Life often feels overwhelming, doesn't it? The constant demands, unexpected challenges, and the relentless pace can leave even the strongest of us feeling unbalanced. There's no pause button, no rewind, no perfect way to prepare for what's next. Yet, amidst the chaos, some people radiate a calm, steady presence. They don't crumble under pressure or lose themselves in negativity. Instead, they move through life with grace, handling its storms with a quiet resilience. It's not because their lives are easier, it's because they've mastered something deeply transformative, a way of being that embraces peace and positivity from within. The truth is, life will never stop throwing curveballs. Stressful situations, tough decisions, and moments of uncertainty are part of the human experience. But what defines us is how we respond. Some allow the weight of the world to crush their spirit, while others seem to rise above it, finding strength and clarity even when circumstances are far from ideal. The difference lies not in luck or privilege, but in mindset, in the tools and perspectives they use to meet life head-on. Peace isn't about living in a bubble, free from problems. It's about cultivating a state of mind that remains steady no matter what happens. It's about reclaiming your power when the world feels out of control, about grounding yourself in the present when the noise becomes too loud. Positivity, too, isn't blind optimism or pretending that everything is perfect. It's a courageous choice, a decision to see light in the darkness and to focus on the opportunities within challenges. Together, peace and positivity are like a compass, guiding you through life's roughest terrain. These qualities are not reserved for a select few. They are not traits you're either born with or without. They are skills you can develop, habits you can nurture, and ways of thinking that you can embrace. They don't require a major life overhaul or dramatic gestures. Instead, they grow from small, deliberate choices, choices that anchor you in the moment, soften the grip of negativity, and open your heart to what truly matters. Think of the times when you felt truly at ease, when you've laughed freely or felt grateful for something simple. Those moments are reminders of what's possible. They're proof that calmness and positivity are within your reach, no matter how messy or unpredictable life gets. They show you that peace isn't a luxury, it's your birthright. Yet, in a world that seems to thrive on chaos, cultivating calm and positivity requires intention. We're surrounded by distractions, bombarded by negativity, and often pulled into a spiral of overthinking. It's easy to feel trapped, reacting to everything as if it's urgent, losing sight of the bigger picture. But here's the good news. You can choose a different way. You can pause, reflect, and realign with what truly serves you. Letting go is one of the most liberating steps on this journey. Letting go of the need to control everything. Letting go of the relentless pursuit of perfection. Letting go of the fear of what others think. When you release these burdens, you create space. Space for peace to settle in, for positivity to flourish. You begin to see life not as a series of problems to solve, but as a tapestry of moments to experience. Gratitude is another key to unlocking this shift. Not the shallow kind of gratitude that glosses over difficulties, but the deep, heartfelt kind that notices the beauty in the small things. A kind word, a moment of stillness, a lesson learned in the face of adversity. Gratitude transforms how you see the world. It shifts your focus from what's missing to what's present, from scarcity to abundance. And in that shift, your spirit is lifted, your perspective widened. This isn't about ignoring life's challenges or pretending they don't exist. It's about approaching them with a different energy. When you stop fighting against what is and start working with it, everything changes. You stop being swept away by the current and start navigating it with intention. This shift doesn't happen overnight, but with practice, it becomes second nature. Every small step you take toward calmness and positivity strengthens your ability to face life with courage and grace. The world today often feels like a pressure cooker. Expectations are high, comparisons are endless, and the fear of failure looms large. But calmness gives you the ability to step back and breathe, to find clarity in the noise. Positivity reminds you that even when the path is hard, there's always something worth holding on to, whether it's a lesson, a moment of connection, or simply the knowledge that you've survived another day. Perhaps one of the most beautiful things about cultivating peace and positivity is the way it ripples outward. When you find your center, you inspire others to do the same. Your calm becomes a source of strength for those around you. Your positivity becomes a light in their darkness. It's a gift you give not only to yourself, but to everyone you touch. The journey toward a calmer, more positive life doesn't require grand gestures. It starts with a single choice. A choice to pause when you feel overwhelmed, to take a deep breath when emotions run high, to respond with kindness when faced with negativity. These small, intentional actions add up, creating a life that feels more balanced, more fulfilling, and more aligned with who you truly are. As you take these steps, remember that progress is more important than perfection. There will be days when calmness feels elusive and positivity seems like a distant dream. That's okay. What matters is that you keep showing up for yourself, that you keep trying. Each moment is an opportunity to begin again, to choose peace over chaos, hope over despair. This path is not about becoming someone else. It's about becoming more fully yourself. It's about reconnecting with the part of you that is naturally calm, naturally positive, naturally resilient. That part of you has always been there, waiting for you to nurture it. And as you do, you'll find that life doesn't have to feel so heavy. You'll discover that even in the midst of difficulty, there is beauty, there is meaning, there is joy. So here's to reclaiming your calm. Here's to choosing positivity, not as a denial of life's struggles, but as a bold declaration of your resilience. Here's to finding the strength to face each day with an open heart and a steady spirit. Because when you do, life becomes not just something to endure, but something to truly embrace. The way we breathe carries a hidden power, one that often goes unnoticed, yet shapes the very essence of how we feel, think, and respond to life. It's more than an automatic function. It's a bridge between the chaos of the outer world and the quiet strength within us. Every breath holds the potential to calm a racing mind, soothe a tense body, and anchor us when everything else feels unstable. The secret isn't in changing the world outside, but in how we connect to our breath in the moments that matter most. Let's explore how this simple act, done with mindfulness, becomes the foundation for cultivating lasting peace and resilience. Breathing is one of the most intimate and immediate actions we take, yet its profound impact often goes unacknowledged. The pace and depth of each breath directly influence our nervous system, our emotional state, and even our ability to process information. Shallow, rapid breathing keeps the body in a heightened state of alertness, signaling danger to the brain, even when there is none. This creates a loop of stress that becomes harder to escape the longer it persists. Mindful breathing, on the other hand, serves as a reset button, breaking this cycle and bringing clarity where there was once confusion. Deep, intentional breathing activates the parasympathetic nervous system, the body's natural mechanism for rest and recovery. It slows the heart rate, lowers blood pressure, and reduces the flood of stress hormones. This physical shift is not just a bodily response. It also changes how we interpret and experience the world. A calm body creates the space for a calm mind, and from this state, we can approach life's challenges with steadiness and perspective. The ancient practice of focusing on the breath, rooted in traditions like Buddhism, reveals why this seemingly simple act is so transformative. Observing the breath teaches presence. When the mind drifts to worries about the past or fears about the future, bringing attention to the breath pulls us back into the now. This practice anchors us in reality, allowing us to engage fully with what is, rather than getting lost in what might have been or what could be. Beyond its role in grounding us, mindful breathing becomes a tool for self-awareness. When we tune into the rhythm of our breath, we start to notice patterns, how it quickens with frustration or shortens with fear. This awareness is the first step in breaking free from reactive habits. By consciously softening and deepening the breath, we send a signal to our mind and body that we are safe, even in moments of discomfort. Certain breathing techniques amplify these benefits, each with its unique purpose. One such method is diaphragmatic breathing, also known as belly breathing. This involves drawing each breath deep into the diaphragm, rather than shallowly into the chest. As the belly expands with each inhale, tension is released from the upper body, and the nervous system is calmed. Practicing this for just a few minutes a day strengthens the connection between the body and mind, making it easier to access calmness during times of stress. Alternate nostril breathing, a practice rooted in yogic traditions, offers another layer of benefit. This technique balances the energy in the body, harmonizing the left and right hemispheres of the brain. With one nostril closed, a slow inhale is taken through the other, followed by a switch for the exhale. This rhythmic alternation promotes mental clarity, emotional stability, and a deep sense of inner balance. For those seeking to improve focus and mental resilience, box breathing is a powerful ally. This method involves inhaling for a set count, holding the breath, exhaling for the same count, and holding again before the next inhale. By regulating the breath in this structured way, the mind becomes less scattered and emotional overwhelm diminishes. Athletes, military personnel, and high-stakes professionals often use this technique to maintain composure under pressure, a testament to its efficacy. The breath also connects us to the body's energy systems, known as prana in Eastern philosophies. When breathing is shallow or irregular, this vital energy becomes blocked, leading to feelings of fatigue, restlessness, or irritability. By cultivating a full, steady breath, we allow this energy to flow freely, restoring vitality and a sense of well-being. Practicing mindful breathing doesn't require long stretches of time or special conditions. It can be integrated into daily life, while waiting in line, during a stressful meeting, or as a morning ritual. Each moment spent attending to the breath strengthens the ability to remain centered, regardless of external circumstances. Over time, these moments of mindfulness accumulate, reshaping how we interact with the world. Breathing also serves as a gateway to deeper meditation practices, where the mind learns to settle even further. In these still moments, the breath becomes more than a tool for calm. It becomes a guide to self-discovery. Observing the natural ebb and flow of the breath mirrors the impermanence of life itself, a reminder that all things come and go, and that peace is found in accepting this truth rather than resisting it. The role of breath extends to how we communicate with others. A steady, mindful breath fosters patience and compassion, allowing us to respond thoughtfully instead of reacting impulsively. It helps us remain present during conversations, truly listening rather than rushing to reply. This presence deepens our connections, making our interactions more meaningful and less transactional. Science continues to reveal new layers of understanding about the breath's impact. Research shows that slow, deep breathing enhances brain function, improving memory and decision-making. It reduces inflammation in the body, supports cardiovascular health, and even strengthens the immune system. These findings underscore what ancient wisdom has long known, that the breath is not just a life-sustaining act, but a cornerstone of physical, mental, and emotional well-being. Breathing also plays a role in how we process and release emotions. During moments of anger, fear, or sadness, the breath often becomes constricted. This physical restriction mirrors the emotional state, creating a feedback loop that intensifies the feeling. Consciously softening the breath during these times can interrupt this loop, providing a pathway to release the emotion rather than letting it take control. For those dealing with chronic stress or anxiety, mindful breathing offers a sense of empowerment. It reminds us that even when external circumstances feel overwhelming, we always have a tool within us to regain stability. This realization can be profoundly liberating, shifting the narrative from one of helplessness to one of agency. As we deepen our relationship with the breath, it becomes a source of creativity and inspiration. The stillness cultivated through mindful breathing creates the mental space needed for new ideas to emerge. Artists, writers, and thinkers often describe their most creative moments as those when they feel most relaxed and present, states that mindful breathing naturally fosters. In moments of physical discomfort or pain, the breath becomes a source of strength. By breathing into the area of tension or focusing on the rhythm of the breath, we can shift our attention away from the sensation, reducing its intensity. This practice is often used in pain management, demonstrating the profound connection between the breath and the body's perception of discomfort. The transformative power of breathing also lies in its accessibility. Unlike other wellness practices that may require resources, training, or specific environments, the breath is always with us. It's a constant companion, available at any moment to guide us back to peace and clarity. Each breath we take is an opportunity, a chance to reset, to ground ourselves, and to connect with the present. By embracing the full potential of mindful breathing, we unlock not only a tool for calm, but a deeper understanding of ourselves. It is through this understanding that true inner peace begins to take root. The breath is a powerful tool to anchor the mind and find calm, but it is only one part of the equation for inner peace. As you master breathing techniques to stabilize your emotions, a deeper challenge often emerges: the way thoughts shape your reality. The mind, left unchecked, has a habit of pulling us into spirals of negativity. But there's good news. The same mind that creates these thoughts also holds the power to transform them into stepping stones for growth. It's not about ignoring negative thoughts, but learning to reshape them into something constructive and empowering. Negative thoughts often feel like an uninvited guest at the worst possible moments. They show up as doubts, fears, and judgments, creating walls where there could be open doors. These thoughts are natural. They are part of being human. However, their persistence and power over us are not inevitable. When understood and managed, These mental patterns can become the very fuel that drives personal growth and clarity. The first step to transforming negativity is awareness. Thoughts often operate in the background, like a radio station playing static. This mental noise shapes our perceptions without us even realizing it. By bringing attention to these patterns, we interrupt their automatic hold over us. Awareness acts as a spotlight, revealing what's lurking in the shadows. When you become conscious of a recurring negative thought, you gain the power to question it. Challenging a negative thought doesn't mean denying its existence. It means holding it up to the light of reason and curiosity. For example, if the thought arises, "I always fail," ask yourself, is this true? What evidence supports this? What evidence contradicts it? Often you'll find that such sweeping statements are exaggerated or based on isolated incidents. This process of questioning weakens the grip of negativity, replacing blind acceptance with rational insight. Reframing is a powerful tool in this transformation. Instead of seeing challenges as obstacles, you can learn to view them as opportunities to grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient. For instance, failing at a task can be reframed as a lesson in what doesn't work, guiding you closer to what does. Reframing doesn't erase difficulties, but shifts the focus from defeat to possibility. It's about asking, "What can I learn from this?" instead of, "Why is this happening to me?" Another key to transforming negative thoughts is self-compassion. Often, the harshest critic we face is the one inside our own minds. Negative self-talk perpetuates a cycle of doubt and frustration. By replacing judgment with kindness, you create a space where growth becomes possible. Treat yourself as you would a dear friend, offering encouragement rather than criticism, support rather than blame. This shift doesn't excuse mistakes. It empowers you to move forward without the burden of unnecessary guilt. Gratitude also plays a significant role in reframing negativity. The mind naturally gravitates toward problems. It's part of our survival instinct. But this tendency can leave us blind to what's going well. Cultivating gratitude interrupts this pattern, training the brain to recognize the positive alongside the negative. By consistently acknowledging even small blessings, you build a foundation of positivity that makes it easier to handle challenges when they arise. Mindfulness is another transformative practice. Negative thoughts often gain momentum because we're not fully present. They pull us into regrets about the past or fears about the future, robbing us of the moment at hand. By grounding yourself in the present, through breathing, physical sensations, or simply observing your surroundings, you break the cycle of rumination. Mindfulness teaches you to see thoughts as fleeting experiences rather than absolute truths, giving you the freedom to choose which ones deserve your attention. The language you use to describe your experiences also shapes your mindset. Words have power. When you frame situations in terms of absolutes, using words like always or never, you create a narrative that feels inescapable. By adopting more balanced language, you open the door to new possibilities. Saying, "This is hard, but I'm learning," feels vastly different from, "I can't do this." Small shifts in language create profound shifts in perspective. Visualization is another technique to counteract negativity. The mind responds strongly to imagery, often more so than words. When you catch yourself spiraling into a negative thought, take a moment to visualize a positive outcome or an alternate path forward. For instance, if you're worried about an upcoming presentation, picture yourself speaking confidently and receiving positive feedback. This mental rehearsal not only calms your nerves, but also primes your brain for success. Physical movement can also help transform negative thoughts. The body and mind are deeply connected, and physical activity has been shown to release endorphins, the body's natural mood elevators. Whether it's a brisk walk, yoga, or dancing to your favorite song, movement interrupts the stagnant energy of negativity, replacing it with vitality and focus. It's a reminder that sometimes the best way to change your thoughts is to change your physical state. Connecting with others provides another avenue for reframing negativity. Isolation often amplifies negative thoughts, making them feel more real and unmanageable. Sharing your feelings with someone you trust brings perspective. They might offer insights you hadn't considered, or simply provide the reassurance that you're not alone. Building a strong support network creates a safety net for those times when negativity feels overwhelming. Setting boundaries with your own mind is a skill worth cultivating. Just as you wouldn't let a toxic person dominate your space, you can learn to limit the influence of negative thoughts. This doesn't mean suppressing them. It means deciding how much energy and time they deserve. Practices like setting aside a specific worry time each day allow you to acknowledge concerns without letting them take over your life. Developing a growth mindset is crucial for long-term transformation. This mindset, championed by psychologist Carol Dweck, focuses on the belief that abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort and learning. When you adopt a growth mindset, failures and setbacks become opportunities to grow rather than confirmations of inadequacy. This perspective turns the fear of making mistakes into a willingness to embrace challenges. Acts of kindness, both toward yourself and others, can shift negative thought patterns. Engaging in small, meaningful acts, like helping a neighbor, volunteering, or even offering a genuine compliment, creates a ripple effect of positivity. These actions remind you of your capacity to make a difference, redirecting focus from what's wrong to what's possible. Breathing exercises, as explored earlier, continue to play a pivotal role in managing negativity. By combining mindful breathing with visualization or affirmations, you create a multi-layered approach to reframing thoughts. For instance, as you breathe deeply, you can repeat a calming phrase like, "I am capable," or "This too shall pass." The rhythm of the breath amplifies the impact of the words, grounding you in positivity. Journaling is a powerful way to process and transform negative thoughts. Writing down your worries and fears gives them a tangible form, making them feel less overwhelming. As you write, challenge the validity of each thought and explore alternative perspectives. This practice not only clarifies your thinking, but also serves as a record of how far you've come. Spirituality, whether through formal religion or personal beliefs, can also provide solace and strength. Connecting with something larger than yourself, a sense of purpose, a higher power, or the beauty of nature, offers a perspective that transcends daily struggles. This connection can remind you that life's challenges, while significant, are only one part of a much larger journey. Celebrate progress, no matter how small. The process of transforming negative thoughts into positive growth is ongoing, and every step forward deserves recognition. Whether it's catching a negative thought before it spirals or successfully reframing a challenging situation, these victories build momentum. Acknowledging them reinforces your ability to grow and adapt, creating a positive feedback loop that strengthens your resilience. As you embrace these techniques, you'll find that negativity loses its grip. Instead of being held back by self-doubt or fear, you'll begin to see challenges as opportunities to evolve. This isn't just about changing how you think, it's about transforming how you experience life, opening the door to a deeper sense of peace and possibility. Recognizing the power of reframing negativity opens the door to a transformative shift in how we experience life. Yet, as we reshape our thoughts and find growth in challenges, another profound skill comes into focus: the ability to care deeply without being overwhelmed. There's an art to staying present with compassion while protecting your inner peace. This is emotional detachment, a balance between engagement and resilience, allowing you to remain steady even amidst life's turbulence. Mastering this balance doesn't mean hardening your heart. It means learning to navigate life with wisdom and grace. At the core of emotional detachment is the understanding that we cannot control everything. People will make choices that challenge us, situations will unfold unexpectedly, and emotions will rise within us like waves. Emotional detachment doesn't mean denying or suppressing these feelings. Instead, it's about cultivating the ability to observe them without becoming entangled. This practice creates a space between the trigger and your response, offering clarity and control. Detachment begins with self-awareness. When emotions arise, whether they are anger, sadness, or frustration, it's easy to let them dictate your actions. But by pausing and acknowledging the feeling without judgment, you shift from being reactive to being reflective. Ask yourself, what is this emotion trying to tell me? Often, emotions act as signals, highlighting unmet needs, unresolved conflicts, or hidden fears. Recognizing their purpose helps you respond thoughtfully rather than impulsively. Mindfulness deepens this process. By staying present, you learn to witness your emotions as they come and go, much like watching clouds drift across the sky. This perspective reminds you that emotions are temporary. They rise, peak, and eventually fade. Practicing mindfulness teaches you to hold space for your feelings without being consumed by them. Over time, this practice builds emotional resilience, allowing you to face challenges with a steady heart. A key element of emotional detachment is recognizing the boundaries of your responsibility. Often, we carry the weight of others' choices and struggles, believing it's our job to fix everything. This can lead to emotional exhaustion and even resentment. Detachment requires acknowledging that while you can offer support, you cannot control how others respond or what paths they choose. This isn't indifference, it's respect for their autonomy and a commitment to protecting your own energy. Compassion plays a central role in balancing detachment with connection. It's possible to care deeply while maintaining a healthy emotional distance. Compassion means showing kindness and understanding without absorbing the pain or negativity of others. Instead of taking on their burdens, you can offer a listening ear, words of encouragement, or practical help. This approach allows you to remain empathetic without losing yourself in their struggles. Learning to let go is another essential aspect of emotional detachment. Clinging to expectations, whether for yourself, others, or life itself, creates unnecessary suffering. Letting go doesn't mean giving up. It means accepting reality as it is and working from that place of truth. This acceptance frees you from the frustration of trying to control the uncontrollable, allowing you to focus your energy where it matters most. Breathing techniques, as explored earlier, serve as powerful tools for emotional regulation. When faced with overwhelming emotions, returning to the breath anchors you in the present moment. Deep Intentional breathing calms the nervous system, creating space for reflection and response. This simple practice reinforces the boundary between your inner peace and the chaos around you. Healthy boundaries are another cornerstone of emotional detachment. These boundaries protect your well-being while maintaining respect for others. They can take many forms: saying no to requests that drain you, limiting time spent in toxic environments, or communicating your needs clearly and kindly. Boundaries are not walls. They are guidelines that define how you engage with the world while preserving your peace. Developing a non-judgmental attitude also strengthens detachment. Judgment often amplifies emotional intensity, making it harder to see situations clearly. By approaching experiences and people with curiosity rather than criticism, you reduce the emotional charge and open yourself to understanding. This shift in perspective fosters compassion while reducing the emotional toll of conflict or disappointment. Practicing gratitude can also transform your relationship with emotional challenges. When emotions run high, gratitude serves as a grounding force, reminding you of the good that remains even in difficult times. It shifts your focus from what's wrong to what's right, creating a sense of balance and perspective. Gratitude doesn't eliminate pain, but it helps you navigate it with a steadier heart. Emotional detachment also requires cultivating self-trust. When you trust yourself to handle life's challenges, you become less dependent on external validation or approval. This inner confidence allows you to engage with others from a place of strength rather than neediness. Self-trust grows through consistent self-care, reflection, and the practice of honoring your boundaries and values. One powerful way to build detachment is through reframing your perspective on suffering. Rather than viewing it as something to avoid, see it as an opportunity for growth and connection. Pain, whether your own or another's, can deepen your understanding of the human experience and strengthen your capacity for compassion. This doesn't mean seeking out suffering, but embracing the lessons it offers when it arises. Spiritual practices can also enhance emotional detachment by connecting you to something greater than yourself. Whether through meditation, prayer, or time spent in nature, these practices remind you of the vastness of life and your place within it. This broader perspective makes personal struggles feel less overwhelming, allowing you to approach them with calm and clarity. Forgiveness is another transformative practice that supports emotional detachment. Holding on to resentment ties you to the pain of the past, draining your energy and clouding your perspective. Forgiveness doesn't excuse harmful behavior, but it releases its hold on you, freeing you to move forward. This act of letting go strengthens your emotional resilience and creates space for healing. Developing emotional detachment also involves recognizing the stories you tell yourself. The mind often creates narratives around experiences, assigning blame, predicting outcomes, or attaching meaning. By questioning these stories, you gain clarity and reduce their emotional impact. This practice helps you see situations as they are, rather than through the lens of assumptions or fears. Acts of kindness, both toward yourself and others, reinforce the balance between compassion and detachment. By engaging in small, meaningful acts, whether offering help, expressing gratitude, or simply being present, you nurture connection without becoming overburdened. These actions remind you of the shared humanity that binds us all, deepening your empathy while preserving your inner peace. Journaling offers a practical way to process emotions and strengthen detachment. Writing down your thoughts and feelings provides clarity, helping you identify patterns and triggers. It creates a safe space to explore your emotions without judgment, allowing you to release them constructively. Over time, this practice fosters self-awareness and emotional balance. Another key to practicing emotional detachment is focusing on what you can control. Life is filled with uncertainties, but by directing your energy toward your actions, choices, and attitudes, you reclaim your sense of agency. This focus reduces the stress of trying to manage what lies beyond your influence, allowing you to respond effectively to what's within your reach. Physical movement supports emotional resilience by releasing tension and grounding you in your body. Activities like yoga, walking, or stretching connect you to the present moment, shifting your focus from overwhelming emotions to the rhythm of your movement. This practice reinforces the mind-body connection, creating a sense of calm and balance. Celebrating small victories along the way strengthens your ability to remain compassionate without losing yourself. Each time you set a boundary, let go of a lingering expectation, or respond to a challenge with kindness and clarity, you reinforce your emotional resilience. These moments remind you that growth is an ongoing journey, one built on consistent effort and self-awareness. As you continue to cultivate emotional detachment, you'll find that life's chaos feels less consuming. Challenges will arise, emotions will ebb and flow, but your sense of inner peace will remain steady. This balance between connection and resilience doesn't just benefit you, it creates a ripple effect, fostering harmony in your relationships and inspiring those around you to embrace their own inner strength. Emotional detachment teaches the power of holding space for experiences without being overwhelmed by them. Yet, even as we develop resilience and compassion, there's a deeper lesson waiting to be embraced: letting go of control. The desire to hold on, to shape outcomes exactly as we want them, often creates unnecessary tension. This grip on control is where much of life's stress begins. But when we loosen that hold, a profound freedom unfolds. A freedom rooted in trust, acceptance, and peace. Control is often an illusion. The world moves in ways that defy prediction, and even the most carefully laid plans can unravel in moments. The weather shifts unexpectedly, relationships take turns we didn't foresee, and circumstances emerge beyond our preparation. This unpredictability is not a flaw in life, it's its essence. When we resist it, stress grows. When we embrace it, freedom begins. Acceptance is at the heart of letting go. Acceptance doesn't mean agreeing with or liking everything that happens. It means recognizing things as they are, without trying to force them into a different shape. This approach reduces inner conflict. Instead of battling against reality, you work with it. Acceptance provides the foundation for clarity, helping you see situations objectively and respond effectively. Letting go of control requires releasing expectations. Expectations often set us up for disappointment, as they're built on a future we can't guarantee. When things don't go as planned, frustration and resentment take root. By holding expectations loosely, you allow space for life to unfold naturally. This openness doesn't mean passivity. It means adapting with grace when outcomes differ from your hopes. The concept of impermanence plays a significant role in this journey. Nothing in life is permanent. Joys and sorrows alike are temporary, flowing through our lives like rivers that never stop moving. Clinging to any one moment, good or bad, creates suffering. When you internalize the truth of impermanence, you find peace in the midst of change. This awareness teaches you to appreciate life's fleeting beauty without becoming trapped by its inevitable shifts. Letting go of control often involves shifting focus from outcomes to actions. While you can't dictate how events will turn out, you can choose how you approach them. This mindset empowers you to give your best effort without becoming overly attached to results. It's a liberating shift, turning your attention toward the present moment rather than an uncertain future. Mindfulness supports this process by grounding you in the now. When you're fully present, the need to control diminishes. You become more attuned to what's happening around you, responding to life as it unfolds instead of trying to manipulate it. This presence allows you to see opportunities and solutions that might be missed when your mind is consumed by worry about what's next. Letting go also involves releasing the stories we tell ourselves about how things should be. These narratives create rigid frameworks that leave little room for life's natural flow. By questioning these stories, you open yourself to new perspectives. This shift in thinking helps you move from resistance to acceptance, reducing the stress that comes from clinging to fixed ideas. Forgiveness is another essential element of letting go. Holding on to past grievances keeps you tethered to pain and resentment, draining your energy and clouding your perspective. Forgiveness doesn't erase what happened, but it frees you from the weight of carrying it. This act of release allows you to move forward with greater lightness and clarity. Letting go also challenges the ego. The ego often drives the desire for control, seeking to protect its sense of identity and power. But this attachment to control is a fragile foundation, easily shaken by life's unpredictability. Releasing ego-driven needs fosters humility and trust, helping you navigate challenges with a sense of inner strength. Trust plays a pivotal role in letting go. Trusting in yourself, in others, and in life's inherent rhythm creates a sense of ease. This trust doesn't mean blind faith. It means acknowledging that not everything needs to be micromanaged for things to work out. Trust grows through experiences of letting go and discovering that more often than not, things fall into place in their own time. Letting go of control doesn't mean abandoning responsibility. It's about knowing where your influence ends and learning to surrender the rest. This balance allows you to act with intention while releasing the anxiety of outcomes beyond your grasp. It's an approach that respects both effort and the natural flow of life. Gratitude supports this practice by shifting focus to what is rather than what isn't. When you let go of control, gratitude grounds you in the abundance already present. It reminds you that, even amidst uncertainty, there's much to appreciate. Gratitude turns your attention toward what's working, reducing the fear of what might go wrong. Learning to release control over others is equally important. People have their own paths, and attempting to control their choices often leads to conflict. Respecting others' autonomy fosters healthier relationships, built on trust and mutual understanding rather than manipulation or coercion. This respect strengthens connections while allowing you to conserve your energy. Breathing techniques provide practical support in moments when letting go feels particularly challenging. Deep, intentional breaths calm the nervous system, bringing you back to the present moment. This simple act reminds you that control is unnecessary for stability. The breath becomes a symbol of trust, a reminder that life flows naturally when we allow it. Nature offers a profound lesson in letting go. Seasons change, rivers flow, and life adapts without resistance. Observing nature's rhythms inspires us to embrace change with the same grace. This connection to the natural world reinforces the idea that letting go is not a loss, but a return to life's inherent wisdom. Acts of self-compassion help ease the discomfort of releasing control. Letting go can feel vulnerable, as it often requires stepping into the unknown. Being kind to yourself during this process creates a supportive environment for growth. Self-compassion reminds you that it's okay to feel uncertain, and that courage lies in embracing this uncertainty. Developing patience is another essential aspect of letting go. The need for control often stems from a desire for immediate results. Patience allows you to trust the process, recognizing that meaningful outcomes take time. This mindset reduces frustration and cultivates a sense of peace, even when progress feels slow. Letting go also involves simplifying your life. Clutter, whether physical, emotional, or mental, creates a sense of chaos that fuels the need for control. By decluttering, you create space for clarity and calm. Simplification makes it easier to release what doesn't serve you, focusing your energy on what truly matters. Releasing control doesn't mean giving up on dreams or goals. It means pursuing them with flexibility and openness. This approach allows you to adapt as circumstances change, turning obstacles into opportunities. It's a mindset that values the journey as much as the destination. As you practice letting go, you'll notice a shift in how you experience life. Stress diminishes, relationships deepen, and moments of joy become more frequent. This freedom is not a fleeting state, but a lasting transformation, rooted in acceptance and trust. Letting go of control isn't just a strategy for reducing stress. It's a pathway to living with greater ease, authenticity, and peace. Letting go of control opens the door to a deeper freedom, but as life unfolds, challenges remain an inevitable part of the journey. While they may initially feel like barriers or setbacks, challenges carry the potential to reshape us in ways we never anticipated. Growth often hides within adversity, waiting to be uncovered by those willing to see difficulties through a different lens. By learning to reframe challenges as opportunities, we transform life's trials into profound lessons that strengthen, refine, and elevate us. The way we perceive a challenge determines how we approach it. When a situation feels like an insurmountable obstacle, the mind narrows its focus, often spiraling into doubt, fear, or frustration. Reframing invites a broader perspective. It encourages us to ask different questions. What can this teach me? How can this moment shape me for the better? Shifting the narrative doesn't erase the difficulty, but allows us to engage with it in a way that fosters growth rather than resistance. Challenges test our resilience, but they also reveal it. The strength you possess often becomes most visible when it's called into action. Obstacles are like weights in a gym. They might feel heavy and uncomfortable at first, but as you face them, they build your capacity. Reframing a challenge as a form of training shifts the focus from the pain of the moment to the progress it can bring. Each effort becomes a step toward becoming stronger and more adaptable. Perspective is key to this transformation. When you zoom out from a challenging situation, it often looks less overwhelming. This doesn't diminish its importance, but places it within the larger context of your life. A temporary setback doesn't define your journey. It's a single chapter in a much longer story. Recognizing this helps you approach challenges with patience and curiosity, rather than despair or urgency. Reframing challenges also requires embracing discomfort. Growth rarely happens in comfort zones. Challenges stretch us, pushing us to confront limitations and expand our capabilities. The discomfort you feel in these moments is not a sign of failure, but evidence of transformation in progress. By leaning into this discomfort with an open mind, you allow it to shape you in meaningful ways. Adopting a problem-solving mindset is another powerful tool for reframing. Challenges often feel overwhelming when viewed as problems with no solutions. Shifting your focus to actionable steps, no matter how small, helps break the issue into manageable pieces. Each step forward builds momentum, transforming what seemed impossible into a series of achievable tasks. The stories we tell ourselves about challenges significantly influence how we navigate them. A narrative of defeat, "I can't do this," or "this always happens to me," creates barriers to growth. Rewriting these stories with language that empowers, "I'm learning through this," or "this is preparing me for something greater," changes the way we engage with difficulties. Words are not just descriptions, they are tools for shaping reality. Self-reflection plays a crucial role in reframing challenges. Taking time to examine what the situation is teaching you uncovers insights that might otherwise go unnoticed. Reflecting on past challenges can also remind you of your ability to overcome adversity. The knowledge that you've faced hardships before and emerged stronger creates confidence and optimism for tackling present difficulties. Gratitude offers another layer of perspective. While it might seem counterintuitive to feel grateful for challenges, this mindset shifts the focus from loss to learning. Gratitude acknowledges the growth that comes from hardship, the lessons learned, the resilience built, and the opportunities uncovered. This doesn't mean denying the difficulty, but finding meaning within it. Support from others can help reframe challenges. Sharing your struggles with trusted friends or mentors often provides fresh perspectives. They might see possibilities or strengths you've overlooked, offering encouragement that shifts your outlook. Connection reminds you that challenges are a shared part of the human experience, reducing feelings of isolation or inadequacy. Cultivating flexibility is essential for transforming obstacles into opportunities. Life rarely unfolds according to plan, and challenges often arise when circumstances deviate from expectations. Flexibility allows you to adapt without losing sight of your goals. It encourages creativity and problem-solving and helps you navigate detours with grace rather than frustration. Challenges also provide opportunities to discover untapped potential. Facing adversity often reveals skills, strengths, or qualities you didn't know you possessed. These hidden aspects of yourself come to light when you're pushed beyond what feels comfortable or familiar. Every challenge becomes a chance to explore and expand your own capacity. Reframing challenges involves focusing on growth rather than perfection. It's easy to get caught up in the desire for flawless outcomes, but this mindset can lead to unnecessary stress. Embracing growth as the goal shifts the emphasis from getting everything right to learning and improving. Progress, no matter how small, becomes a source of encouragement. Taking responsibility for your perspective is another critical step in reframing challenges. While you can't control external circumstances, you can control how you interpret and respond to them. This sense of agency transforms challenges from something that happens to you into something you actively engage with. It empowers you to shape your experience rather than feeling at the mercy of events. Mindfulness supports this process by grounding you in the present moment. Challenges often feel overwhelming when your mind projects fears about the future or replays past mistakes. Staying present reduces the emotional weight of these thoughts, allowing you to focus on what you can do here and now. Mindfulness doesn't eliminate challenges, but helps you approach them with clarity and composure. The act of reframing challenges also builds emotional intelligence. It teaches you to navigate complex emotions, balancing acceptance with action. Emotional intelligence helps you stay resilient in the face of adversity, recognizing that feelings like frustration or sadness are natural but temporary. This awareness allows you to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. Developing a sense of purpose enhances your ability to reframe challenges. When you're connected to a deeper meaning or goal, obstacles feel less like barriers and more like stepping stones. Purpose provides motivation and direction, reminding you that challenges are part of a greater journey rather than isolated difficulties. Creativity flourishes in the face of challenges when you approach them with an open mind. Adversity often forces you to think in new ways, finding innovative solutions or exploring paths you might not have considered otherwise. This creative problem-solving builds confidence and opens doors to unexpected opportunities. Acts of kindness, both toward yourself and others, foster resilience during challenging times. Showing compassion to yourself reduces self-criticism, creating space for growth. Extending kindness to others strengthens connections and reminds you of the shared nature of struggle. These acts create a sense of community and support, reinforcing your ability to face difficulties with grace. Celebrating small victories along the way helps sustain motivation. Challenges often feel daunting because the end goal seems far off. Recognizing progress, no matter how incremental, builds momentum and keeps you focused. Each step forward becomes a reminder of your strength and capability. Learning to see challenges as opportunities also deepens self-awareness. It encourages you to examine your reactions, identify patterns, and understand your triggers. This introspection not only helps you navigate current difficulties, but also prepares you for future ones. Self-awareness becomes a tool for continuous growth, turning each challenge into a learning experience. As you practice reframing, you'll notice a shift in how you approach life. Challenges no longer feel like threats, but invitations to grow, learn, and evolve. This mindset doesn't eliminate adversity, but transforms your relationship with it, allowing you to engage with life's difficulties from a place of strength, wisdom, and hope. Recognizing challenges as opportunities for growth brings clarity and resilience, but there is another perspective that has the power to elevate the human spirit even further: gratitude. It shifts focus from what is missing to what is already present, from what could go wrong to what is right. Gratitude is not just an emotional response, it's a transformative mindset. It allows us to see life through a lens of abundance, turning even the simplest moments into sources of joy and inspiration. Gratitude begins with awareness. Often, life's blessings are overshadowed by its demands. The busyness of daily routines makes it easy to overlook the small, meaningful details that color our existence. Taking a moment to pause and reflect on these details creates a foundation for gratitude. It's about noticing the warmth of sunlight on your skin, the comfort of a kind word, or the support of someone who cares. These seemingly minor elements hold immense power when acknowledged. Focusing on gratitude rewires the brain. Studies in neuroscience reveal that regularly practicing gratitude strengthens neural pathways associated with positivity and contentment. It's like training a muscle. The more you engage with it, the stronger it becomes. This shift not only improves emotional well-being, but also enhances resilience, making it easier to handle life's difficulties with grace. Gratitude is a practice, not a one-time event. Cultivating it requires consistency and intention. One effective way to do this is through a gratitude journal, by writing down 3 to 5 things you're grateful for each day. You create a habit of seeking the good in your life. Over time, this practice sharpens your ability to recognize blessings in real time, even during challenging moments. Gratitude also fosters perspective. When difficulties arise, it's easy to feel consumed by what's wrong. Gratitude balances this tendency by reminding us of what's still right. For instance, facing a tough decision might feel overwhelming, but gratitude for the ability to choose reframes the situation. This shift doesn't erase challenges, but provides a more balanced view, reducing their emotional weight. Expressing gratitude strengthens relationships. A heartfelt thank you builds connection and fosters mutual appreciation. When you take the time to acknowledge the contributions of others, you nurture trust and goodwill. This exchange of gratitude creates a ripple effect, inspiring those around you to do the same, creating an environment where kindness and appreciation flourish. Gratitude also deepens self-awareness. Recognizing what you're thankful for reveals what truly matters to you. It highlights your values, priorities, and sources of joy. This insight helps you align your actions with your authentic self, creating a life that feels more fulfilling and meaningful. Practicing gratitude doesn't mean ignoring difficulties. Instead, it involves finding light in the midst of darkness. For example, a challenging experience might reveal inner strength or bring unexpected opportunities for growth. Acknowledging these silver linings doesn't diminish the difficulty, but transforms how you engage with it. Gratitude is closely linked to mindfulness. By staying present, you become more attuned to life's subtle blessings. This presence enhances your ability to appreciate fleeting moments that might otherwise go unnoticed. A laugh shared with a friend, the sound of rain, or the feeling of accomplishment after completing a task. Gratitude magnifies the beauty in the everyday. Physical health benefits also arise from practicing gratitude. Research shows that individuals who focus on gratitude experience lower stress levels, improved sleep, and stronger immune systems. This connection between gratitude and well-being underscores its holistic power, benefiting not just the mind, but the body as well. Gratitude expands your capacity for joy. When you actively seek reasons to be thankful, you shift from passively experiencing life to actively celebrating it. This mindset opens you to greater appreciation for the world around you, enriching your experiences and deepening your sense of connection. Acts of kindness amplify gratitude. When you extend generosity to others, it often inspires reflection on the kindness you've received. This cycle strengthens your awareness of the interconnectedness of humanity, reinforcing the idea that gratitude is not just personal, but communal. Gratitude also challenges the scarcity mindset. Instead of focusing on what's lacking, it redirects attention to what is already abundant. This shift reduces feelings of envy or inadequacy, fostering contentment and inner peace. By appreciating what you have, you create a sense of sufficiency that grounds you, even in times of uncertainty. Rituals of gratitude enhance its impact. Whether it's taking a moment to give thanks before meals, sharing what you're grateful for during conversations, or dedicating time to reflect at the end of the day, these rituals anchor gratitude in your daily life. They create a rhythm that ensures gratitude remains an integral part of your experience. Gratitude is a bridge to hope. In difficult times, reflecting on what you're thankful for reminds you that goodness persists even in the face of adversity. This hope provides the strength to keep moving forward, reinforcing resilience and determination. Learning to express gratitude inwardly is equally important. Often we are quick to acknowledge others, but overlook ourselves. Recognizing your own efforts, strengths, and progress fosters self-compassion and confidence. This inner gratitude creates a foundation of self-respect that strengthens your ability to navigate challenges. Gratitude shifts your relationship with time. Instead of rushing through moments or longing for the past, it anchors you in the present. This shift enhances your ability to savor experiences, turning ordinary moments into treasured memories. It transforms the way you engage with life, emphasizing quality over quantity. The environment you create also impacts your ability to cultivate gratitude. Surrounding yourself with people, spaces, and experiences that inspire positivity enhances your capacity for appreciation. Decluttering your physical and mental space allows gratitude to take root more easily, free from distractions or negativity. Gratitude inspires creativity by opening your mind to new possibilities. When you focus on what's working well, you're more likely to approach challenges with optimism and ingenuity. This creative energy fuels problem-solving and innovation, transforming obstacles into opportunities. Sharing gratitude multiplies its effects. Expressing thankfulness publicly through a note, conversation, or even a gesture spreads positivity to others. This act not only uplifts those around you, but reinforces your own sense of appreciation, creating a cycle of shared joy. Practicing gratitude in nature enhances its impact. Observing the natural world fosters a sense of awe and interconnectedness, deepening your appreciation for life's beauty and resilience. Whether it's watching a sunrise, walking in a forest, or simply feeling the breeze, nature amplifies the practice of gratitude. The practice of gratitude doesn't require perfect conditions. It thrives even in challenging times, proving its transformative power. By choosing gratitude, you align yourself with a perspective that uplifts, heals, and connects. Over time, this mindset becomes second nature, reshaping how you experience the world and enriching every aspect of your life. Gratitude teaches us to focus on the beauty of what we already have, and its ripple effects touch every area of life. But even the most grateful heart thrives best in an environment that supports and uplifts it. The people we surround ourselves with play a vital role in shaping our thoughts, emotions, and sense of peace. Relationships, when rooted in positivity, can nurture our growth, amplify joy, and provide strength during difficult times. Building a circle of positive energy is not about perfection. It's about creating a space where support, understanding, and encouragement flourish. The energy of those around you directly influences your own. If surrounded by negativity, doubt, or criticism, it becomes harder to maintain your own sense of peace and optimism. On the other hand, being in the presence of those who inspire, uplift, and encourage can transform your perspective, making even the toughest challenges feel lighter. Positive energy is contagious, and choosing the right environment allows you to absorb and share it freely. Building a supportive circle begins with self-awareness. Reflecting on how different relationships affect your emotions and energy helps you identify which connections nurture you and which may drain you. This awareness isn't about judging others, but understanding what aligns with your values and needs. By focusing on relationships that contribute positively to your well-being, you prioritize your peace without compromising your compassion for others. Creating positive relationships requires intentionality. It's not just about avoiding negativity, but actively seeking and nurturing bonds that inspire growth. This could mean finding mentors who challenge you in a constructive way, friends who celebrate your achievements without jealousy, or loved ones who offer empathy rather than judgment during tough times. These connections create a foundation of trust and mutual respect, allowing positivity to thrive. Communication plays a crucial role in cultivating positive energy. Open, honest conversations foster understanding and deepen connections. Expressing your thoughts and feelings with clarity invites others to do the same, creating an environment where authenticity is valued. This openness builds stronger bonds, allowing relationships to grow on a foundation of mutual respect and care. Listening is equally important. When you truly hear someone, you validate their experiences and emotions, creating space for meaningful connection. Active listening goes beyond waiting for your turn to speak. It involves being fully present and engaged. This attentiveness strengthens relationships, making them a source of comfort and encouragement. Boundaries are essential in maintaining a positive circle. While compassion and empathy are vital, protecting your energy ensures that you can give and receive positivity without becoming overwhelmed. Boundaries help you navigate relationships with clarity, allowing you to address conflicts constructively and maintain healthy dynamics. They're not about shutting people out, but about creating balance and mutual respect. Gratitude also strengthens relationships. Expressing appreciation for the people in your life reinforces the bond between you. Whether it's a simple thank you or a heartfelt acknowledgement of their impact, these moments of gratitude nurture positivity and deepen connections. Gratitude shifts the focus from what might be lacking in a relationship to the value it brings, creating a cycle of mutual appreciation. Surrounding yourself with positive energy doesn't mean avoiding difficult conversations or pretending everything is perfect. True positivity includes the ability to address challenges with kindness and understanding. Relationships built on honesty and trust can navigate conflicts without resorting to blame or negativity. These moments, when handled with care, often strengthen bonds rather than weaken them. The environments you share with others also shape the energy of your relationships. Gathering in spaces that promote relaxation, creativity, or joy enhances the quality of your interactions. Whether it's a cozy living room, a serene outdoor setting, or a lively cafe, the atmosphere contributes to the energy exchanged between people, reinforcing positivity. Diversity within your circle adds another dimension to positive energy. Surrounding yourself with people from different backgrounds, perspectives, and experiences enriches your understanding of the world. It broadens your horizons, challenges assumptions, and fosters empathy. This diversity creates a dynamic and inspiring network where positivity thrives through shared growth and learning. Acts of kindness strengthen the bonds within your circle. Small gestures, like offering support during a tough time or celebrating someone's success, reinforce the connection between you. These acts don't have to be grand to be meaningful. Their consistency and sincerity matter most. Kindness creates a ripple effect, inspiring others to reciprocate and pass it on. The energy of your relationships also reflects the energy you bring to them. Cultivating your own positivity ensures that you contribute constructively to the dynamics of your circle. This involves managing your emotions, practicing self-care, and addressing your own challenges with resilience. When you approach relationships from a place of balance and inner peace, you inspire others to do the same. Empathy is a cornerstone of positive relationships. Understanding and validating the emotions of others strengthens the trust between you. Empathy doesn't mean solving someone's problems or taking on their burdens. It means being present with them, offering support without judgment. This mutual understanding fosters a sense of safety and connection, making relationships a source of comfort and inspiration. Celebrating the successes of others amplifies positive energy within your circle. Genuine joy for someone else's achievements fosters a sense of shared happiness rather than competition. This mindset builds trust and reduces envy, creating a space where everyone feels valued and supported. Celebrations, big or small, remind us that life's victories are more meaningful when shared. Positive relationships also include the ability to navigate transitions and endings with grace. Not all connections are meant to last forever, and letting go of relationships that no longer align with your values is an act of self-respect. Ending a relationship with kindness and understanding preserves the positive energy it once brought, while freeing space for new connections to form. Learning from others within your circle enhances your own growth. The perspectives and insights of those around you provide valuable lessons that broaden your understanding. Whether it's through shared experiences, constructive feedback, or witnessing their resilience, these interactions inspire you to become the best version of yourself. Surrounding yourself with positive energy also involves contributing to the larger community. Engaging in group activities, volunteering, or joining communities that align with your values fosters a sense of belonging and shared purpose. These connections extend beyond individual relationships, creating a network of positivity that uplifts everyone involved. Self-reflection helps you maintain a healthy balance within your circle. Regularly evaluating the dynamics of your relationships ensures they continue to support your growth and peace. This reflection also helps you identify patterns or habits that might need adjustment, allowing you to engage with others in a way that nurtures positivity. As you cultivate a supportive circle, you'll notice the profound impact it has on your overall well-being. The energy you share with others becomes a source of strength, joy, and resilience. These relationships, built on mutual respect, trust, and kindness, create a foundation for a life filled with peace and fulfillment. By choosing to surround yourself with positive energy, you not only enrich your own life, but also contribute to a ripple effect of positivity that touches everyone you encounter. The energy of the people around you profoundly shapes your peace and positivity, but the spaces you inhabit also hold immense influence over your state of mind. The environments where you spend your time can either ground and uplift you or contribute to stress and overwhelm. A mindful environment is not just about aesthetics. It is about creating spaces that resonate with calm, focus, and clarity. Decluttering both physical and digital realms opens pathways to serenity, offering a sense of balance and control in a chaotic world. The connection between your surroundings and your emotions is powerful. A cluttered room often mirrors a cluttered mind, making it harder to focus or relax. When physical items accumulate without purpose, they create visual noise that competes for each or competes for your attention. Decluttering isn't merely about tidying up. It's a process of intentionally choosing what serves your life and letting go of what doesn't. This act creates space, both literally and emotionally, for peace to flourish. Mindful organization begins with reflection. Understanding why certain items hold space in your life helps guide decisions about what to keep and what to release. Objects often carry emotional weight, tied to memories, aspirations, or even guilt. Acknowledging these attachments without judgment allows you to determine whether these items genuinely support your well-being or if they are simply taking up room. Creating a mindful environment doesn't mean striving for perfection. It's about creating harmony and functionality, aligning your space with your needs and values. For some, this might mean a minimalist approach, while for others, it could mean carefully curating items that bring joy and inspiration. The goal is not one size fits all, but finding what works for you and fosters a sense of calm. The act of decluttering is also deeply symbolic. As you release physical clutter, you often release mental and emotional clutter as well. Letting go of unused or unnecessary items becomes an act of trust. Trust that you have enough, that you are enough, and that you don't need to hold on to excess to feel secure. This trust brings a lightness that carries over into other areas of life. Mindfulness in your physical environment extends beyond the objects in it. Lighting, colors, and textures all contribute to the atmosphere of a space. Natural light enhances focus and mood, while warm, calming colors promote relaxation. Soft, inviting textures add a sense of comfort, making a space feel nurturing rather than harsh. These details may seem small, but their cumulative effect can transform a room into a sanctuary. Digital spaces play an equally significant role in shaping your mental environment. The constant influx of notifications, emails, and online content can create a sense of overwhelm that mirrors physical clutter. Decluttering your digital life involves streamlining your devices, unsubscribing from unnecessary emails, and organizing files for easy access. This practice reduces mental load, allowing you to engage with technology more intentionally. Boundaries are essential in managing digital clutter. Setting designated times for checking emails or social media prevents these activities from encroaching on your focus or relaxation. Turning off non-essential notifications allows you to reclaim your attention, fostering a sense of control over your time. These boundaries create a healthier relationship with technology, making it a tool that supports rather than dominates your life. Mindful environments also benefit from intentional pauses. Taking a moment to sit quietly in your space, observing how it feels, reveals whether it supports or hinders your peace. Adjustments can then be made based on these observations, refining your environment to better align with your emotional and mental needs. These pauses encourage you to engage with your surroundings rather than passively accepting them. Creating designated spaces for specific activities enhances focus and calm. A dedicated area for relaxation, work, or creativity signals to your mind what to expect when you enter that space. This separation reduces mental clutter, making it easier to transition between tasks or unwind at the end of the day. Even in small living areas, thoughtful organization can create these distinctions. Nature adds another layer of serenity to mindful spaces. Incorporating plants, natural materials, or even images of natural landscapes brings a sense of connection to the outdoors. This connection reduces stress, improves air quality, and creates a soothing atmosphere. Nature's rhythms remind us of balance and renewal, grounding us in the present moment. Regular maintenance ensures that your mindful environment continues to serve you. Clutter has a way of creeping back if left unchecked, so setting aside time to reassess your space keeps it aligned with your needs. This doesn't have to be a daunting task. Even a few minutes each week can make a significant difference. Maintenance reinforces the habit of mindfulness, making it a natural part of your routine. Gratitude plays a role in shaping your environment as well. Appreciating the items and spaces you choose to keep fosters a sense of abundance. This gratitude transforms your perspective, shifting focus from what's lacking to what's present. A home filled with intentional choices becomes a reflection of your values, amplifying your sense of peace and contentment. Simplicity often enhances serenity. When your environment is free from excess, it becomes easier to focus on what truly matters. This simplicity doesn't have to feel austere. It can be warm, inviting, and rich in meaning. The key is to prioritize quality over quantity, surrounding yourself with items and arrangements that bring joy and function without overwhelming. Mindful environments also extend to your social spaces. The energy brought into a room by people can either enhance or disrupt its calmness. Choosing to share your spaces with those who respect and contribute to its positive energy reinforces the balance you've created. This intentional approach fosters harmony, deepening your connection to your surroundings. The process of creating a mindful environment isn't about achieving a static goal, but embracing an ongoing journey. As your needs and priorities shift, your spaces can evolve with you. This adaptability ensures that your environment continues to support your well-being, providing a steady foundation for navigating life's changes. Decluttering and organizing aren't just chores, they are acts of self-care. By taking the time to shape your environment intentionally, you send a message to yourself that your peace and comfort matter. This act of prioritizing yourself strengthens your sense of worth and reinforces the importance of nurturing your inner and outer worlds. Mindful environments also inspire creativity and focus. When your space is free from distractions, it becomes a canvas for new ideas and deep thinking. The clarity of your surroundings mirrors the clarity of your mind, creating a synergy that supports personal and professional growth. Investing in a mindful environment creates lasting benefits. The peace it brings doesn't end at your doorstep. It carries into your interactions, decisions, and overall outlook on life. It's a practice that honors both the present moment and your long-term well-being, turning your surroundings into a sanctuary of serenity and purpose. Shaping a mindful environment brings clarity and peace to your external world, but the true essence of serenity begins within. Presence is not something to chase, it's already here, waiting to be noticed. When you release distractions and fully embrace the moment, life feels richer, simpler, and more connected. The practice of mindful presence is about finding that stillness amidst the noise, allowing you to experience life as it unfolds, one moment at a time. Mindful presence begins with intention. Without consciously deciding to focus on the now, it's easy to let your thoughts drift to the past or race ahead to the future. These mental wanderings often lead to stress, regret, or worry, pulling you away from the beauty of the present. By setting an intention to stay present, you anchor yourself in the here and now, creating a foundation for clarity and calm. Distractions are one of the biggest barriers to mindful presence. They come in many forms: notifications on your phone, an endless to-do list, or even your own thoughts. Recognizing these distractions is the first step toward letting them go. Awareness shines a light on what's pulling you away, giving you the choice to redirect your focus. This act of noticing and returning is the essence of mindfulness. The breath serves as a powerful tool for cultivating presence. Each inhale and exhale is a constant grounding rhythm that connects you to your body and the current moment. When your mind starts to wander, returning to the breath brings you back with simplicity and ease. It doesn't require effort or perfection, just the willingness to be here, now. Mindful presence also involves embracing what is, without judgment or resistance. Life is filled with moments that don't align with expectations, but resisting them only creates tension. Accepting the moment as it is, even if it's uncomfortable, allows you to engage with it fully. This doesn't mean giving up on change. It means responding to life from a place of peace rather than conflict. Engaging your senses deepens your connection to the present. The feel of the ground beneath your feet, the sound of wind moving through trees, or the taste of your morning coffee are all invitations to experience the now. By focusing on these details, you pull your attention away from distractions and into the richness of your surroundings. This sensory awareness transforms even ordinary moments into something extraordinary. Letting go of multitasking enhances mindful presence. While it may seem productive to juggle multiple tasks at once, this habit often scatters your focus and diminishes the quality of your attention. By dedicating yourself fully to one task at a time, you not only accomplish more, but also experience greater satisfaction in the process. Presence turns mundane activities into opportunities for focus and fulfillment. Mindfulness in daily routines fosters consistency in presence. Simple acts like brushing your teeth, preparing a meal, or walking from one room to another can become moments of mindfulness. By focusing fully on these activities, you train your mind to stay present, even during life's quieter moments. This practice builds a habit of presence that extends into more complex situations. Letting go of the need for constant stimulation creates space for presence. In a world that demands your attention at every turn, choosing moments of stillness feels like a radical act. Whether it's turning off your phone, stepping away from screens, or simply sitting quietly, these moments of intentional quiet allow you to reset and reconnect with yourself. The stories you tell yourself about the past or future often pull you out of the present. While reflecting on the past or planning for the future has its place, getting lost in these thoughts creates unnecessary stress. By recognizing when your mind drifts and gently returning to the present, you break the cycle of overthinking. This practice teaches you to engage with life as it happens, rather than as you fear or hope it might be. Mindful presence also strengthens relationships. When you give your full attention to someone, you create a space where they feel seen, heard, and valued. This deepens trust and connection, transforming conversations into meaningful exchanges. Presence in relationships is a gift, not just for others but for yourself as well, as it fosters deeper understanding and empathy. Gratitude naturally arises from mindful presence. When you're fully engaged in the moment, it's easier to notice the abundance around you, the kindness of a stranger, the warmth of the sun, or the laughter of a friend. These moments of gratitude anchor you further in the now, creating a positive feedback loop that strengthens your mindfulness practice. The practice of letting go enhances presence. Often, we carry worries, regrets, or expectations that cloud our experience of the moment. Letting go doesn't mean ignoring these thoughts, but releasing their hold on you. This act of release clears mental space, allowing you to focus on what truly matters. Movement can also bring mindfulness into the body. Activities like yoga, walking, or stretching ground you in the physical present, drawing your attention away from mental clutter. These practices connect mind and body, reinforcing a sense of wholeness and presence. Mindful presence transforms how you approach challenges. Instead of reacting impulsively, you pause, assess, and respond thoughtfully. This shift not only reduces stress, but also leads to better outcomes, as your actions come from a place of clarity and intention rather than fear or frustration. Creativity flourishes in the presence of mindfulness. When you're fully engaged in the moment, your mind becomes more open to new ideas and connections. This state of flow, often experienced by artists, writers, and innovators, arises naturally when distractions are set aside and attention is focused. Presence nurtures this creative energy, allowing it to unfold organically. Mindfulness also strengthens resilience. Life's challenges can feel overwhelming when approached with a scattered mind. Presence brings focus and calm, making it easier to navigate difficulties with grace. By staying grounded in the now, you build the inner strength needed to face adversity with courage and confidence. The ripple effects of mindful presence extend beyond yourself. When you embody presence, you inspire those around you to do the same. Your calm energy creates an atmosphere of peace, encouraging others to slow down and engage more deeply with their own lives. This shared mindfulness fosters a sense of connection and community. As you practice mindful presence, it becomes a way of life rather than a momentary effort. It weaves into every aspect of your day, transforming how you see, feel, and experience the world. Presence is not about perfection or constant focus. It's about returning to the now again and again, with patience and curiosity. This practice opens the door to a richer, more fulfilling existence, where each moment holds its own unique beauty. Embracing mindful presence deepens our connection to the moment, fostering clarity and peace. Yet even with this practice, life presents moments that challenge our positivity. Negativity can creep in, often unnoticed at first, shaping thoughts and emotions in ways that cloud our perspective. Overcoming negativity is not about ignoring it or pretending it doesn't exist. It's about understanding it, transforming it, and using it as a pathway to inner strength and resilience. Buddhist teachings provide profound insights and practical tools to navigate these challenges with grace and wisdom. Negativity often begins as a thought, fleeting and seemingly harmless. Left unchecked, however, it can grow into a cycle that dominates the mind, influencing how we perceive ourselves and the world. Awareness is the first step to breaking this cycle. By observing your thoughts without judgment, you create a space where negativity loses its hold. Recognizing when negative patterns arise allows you to address them consciously rather than being swept away. Mindfulness is a cornerstone in overcoming negativity. By staying present, you limit the power of regrets from the past and fears about the future, both of which fuel negative thinking. Mindfulness anchors you in what is real and immediate, making it easier to see challenges for what they are rather than through the lens of worst-case scenarios. This practice doesn't eliminate negativity, but helps you respond to it with calm and clarity. Buddhist teachings emphasize the impermanence of all things, including negative emotions. Just as joy is fleeting, so too are feelings of anger, frustration, or sadness. Understanding this impermanence softens their grip, reminding you that no emotion lasts forever. This perspective doesn't dismiss negativity, but provides comfort in knowing it will pass, making it easier to endure difficult moments. Compassion, both for yourself and others, is another powerful tool for overcoming negativity. When faced with your own shortcomings, it's easy to fall into self-criticism, amplifying negative emotions. Practicing self-compassion replaces this harshness with kindness, creating a foundation for growth rather than self-punishment. Extending compassion to others fosters forgiveness and reduces the bitterness that negativity often feeds on. Reframing is a practical way to shift the narrative around negativity. Challenges and setbacks often carry lessons within them, waiting to be uncovered. Instead of seeing a difficult situation as purely negative, ask what it can teach you. This shift in perspective transforms obstacles into opportunities, reducing their emotional weight and opening the door to growth. Gratitude serves as a counterbalance to negativity. Focusing on what is going well, no matter how small, redirects your attention from what's lacking to what's abundant. This practice doesn't ignore challenges, but reminds you that even in difficulty, there is always something to appreciate. Gratitude cultivates a mindset of abundance, which naturally diminishes the space for negativity to take root. Buddhist teachings also highlight the importance of letting go. Clinging to expectations, grudges, or outcomes often intensifies negativity. Letting go is not about apathy or indifference. It's about releasing the mental attachments that cause unnecessary suffering. This practice brings freedom and lightness, making it easier to face life's challenges with a clear and open mind. The breath is a constant ally in managing negativity. Deep, intentional breathing calms the nervous system and centers your thoughts. When faced with overwhelming emotions, returning to the breath creates a pause, a moment to reset and choose your response. This simple practice empowers you to navigate negativity without being consumed by it. Meditation is another transformative practice for overcoming negativity. By sitting in stillness, you observe your thoughts without attaching to them, creating a sense of detachment from negative patterns. Over time, this practice rewires the mind, fostering resilience and equanimity. Meditation teaches you that you are not your thoughts. You are the observer, capable of choosing which thoughts to nourish. Engaging with the present moment also reduces negativity. Often, negative emotions arise from dwelling on past mistakes or worrying about future outcomes. Fully immersing yourself in the now, whether through mindful eating, walking, or simply observing your surroundings, shifts your focus away from these sources of distress. This engagement not only diminishes negativity, but enhances your appreciation for life's simple joys. Acts of kindness create a ripple effect that diminishes negativity. Helping others shifts your focus outward, reducing the inward spiral of negative thinking. These acts don't have to be grand gestures. Even small moments of generosity or support can uplift both the giver and the receiver. Kindness nurtures a sense of connection, breaking through feelings of isolation that negativity often fosters. Buddhist teachings encourage the practice of detachment from outcomes. Negativity often stems from unmet expectations or perceived failures. By focusing on the effort rather than the result, you free yourself from the weight of disappointment. This mindset doesn't lower standards, but shifts the emphasis to what you can control: your actions and intentions. Journaling offers a practical way to process negativity. Writing down your thoughts and emotions provides clarity, helping you identify patterns and triggers. This practice creates a safe space to explore your feelings, releasing them constructively rather than letting them fester. Journaling also allows you to track progress, reinforcing your ability to navigate challenges over time. Community and connection are vital in overcoming negativity. Sharing your struggles with trusted friends, family, or mentors provides support and perspective. Others often see strengths and solutions you might overlook, offering encouragement that breaks through the fog of negativity. These connections remind you that you are not alone, fostering hope and resilience. Physical movement helps release negativity stored in the body. Activities like yoga, walking, or even dancing shift stagnant energy, creating a sense of vitality and renewal. Movement connects the mind and body, grounding you in the present and reducing the intensity of negative emotions. Mantras or affirmations provide a steady anchor during difficult times. Repeating phrases like, "This too shall pass," or "I am strong enough to handle this," reinforces a positive mindset. These words serve as gentle reminders of your resilience and the impermanence of negativity, offering comfort and motivation when you need it most. Letting go of judgment enhances your ability to overcome negativity. Often, negative emotions are intensified by the stories we attach to them, blaming ourselves or others, labeling situations as unfair or hopeless. Releasing these judgments allows you to see things as they are, rather than through the lens of blame or frustration. This clarity fosters acceptance and peace. Regular reflection strengthens your ability to navigate negativity. Taking time to evaluate your reactions and responses helps you identify what works and what needs adjustment. This practice deepens self-awareness, enabling you to approach future challenges with greater insight and calm. Embracing the Buddhist principle of the middle way, a path of balance and moderation, offers guidance in managing negativity. Extremes, whether in thought or action, often exacerbate distress. Finding the balance between acknowledging emotions and not being ruled by them creates stability. This balance fosters a sense of control and calm, even amidst difficulty. Overcoming negativity is not about eliminating it entirely, but learning to transform it into a tool for growth and connection. Buddhist teachings remind us that life's challenges, while inevitable, are also opportunities to cultivate strength, compassion, and wisdom. Through these practices, negativity loses its grip, leaving space for a deeper sense of peace and positivity to emerge. Transforming negativity into growth fosters resilience, but there is another profound shift that amplifies inner peace: the embrace of simplicity. Complexity often weighs heavily on the mind, with too many choices, possessions, or commitments creating unnecessary noise. Simplicity is not about doing less for the sake of it, but about intentionally focusing on what truly matters. In simplifying, you create space for clarity, joy, and a deeper connection to yourself and the world. Embracing simplicity begins with recognizing how much excess can impact your mental and emotional well-being. Clutter, whether physical, mental, or emotional, creates distractions that sap your energy and focus. When there is too much to navigate, decisions feel heavier, and moments of calm are harder to find. Simplifying is about lightening that load, allowing yourself to breathe more freely. Intentionality is at the heart of simplicity. Without intentional choices, it's easy to let obligations, possessions, or habits accumulate beyond what serves you. Simplicity asks you to pause and ask, does this add value to my life? This question applies to physical belongings, social commitments, and even thought patterns. When you begin to align your life with what is meaningful, clarity naturally follows. Physical decluttering is often the first step towards simplicity. Possessions have a way of collecting over time, creating environments that feel overwhelming. Each item you own requires some level of attention, whether to maintain, clean, or store it. Letting go of what no longer serves you creates physical and mental space. This process is not about discarding everything, but about keeping what aligns with your values and letting the rest go. Digital clutter also plays a significant role in mental noise. Unread emails, excessive notifications, or an unorganized digital workspace can add layers of stress. Simplifying your digital life by organizing files, unsubscribing from unnecessary emails, or turning off non-essential notifications reduces distractions. This digital detox creates a sense of order and calm, making it easier to focus on what's truly important. Mental decluttering involves addressing the thoughts and worries that crowd your mind. Overthinking, second-guessing, or holding on to unhelpful narratives creates unnecessary complexity. Simplifying your mental space means learning to let go of thoughts that don't serve you. This process might involve journaling, meditation, or simply practicing self-awareness. When you create mental clarity, you free up energy for what truly matters. Simplifying your schedule is another powerful way to reduce mental noise. Overcommitting leaves little room for rest, reflection, or spontaneous joy. By prioritizing what aligns with your values and saying no to what doesn't, you create a more balanced rhythm. This intentional approach to time allows you to engage fully with each moment, rather than rushing from one task to the next. Simplicity also extends to your relationships. Surrounding yourself with people who uplift and inspire you strengthens your sense of peace. Letting go of toxic or draining connections, while challenging, creates space for more meaningful relationships to thrive. Simplicity in relationships is about quality over quantity, fostering deep, authentic connections rather than spreading yourself thin. Financial simplicity brings another layer of clarity. Living within your means and focusing on what you truly need reduces the stress of constant consumption. This doesn't mean avoiding all luxuries, but choosing them intentionally. When spending aligns with your values, it brings satisfaction rather than guilt or regret. Financial simplicity fosters a sense of security and freedom. Practicing gratitude supports simplicity by shifting your focus from what you lack to what you have. Gratitude reminds you that abundance isn't about quantity, but about recognizing the value of what's already present. This perspective naturally reduces the desire for excess, allowing you to appreciate the simplicity of enough. Simplicity also encourages mindfulness. When life is less cluttered, physically, mentally, or emotionally, it's easier to be fully present. There's less to distract you from the beauty of the moment. This mindfulness deepens your connection to yourself, others, and the world around you, creating a sense of harmony and balance. The choices you make each day shape your experience of simplicity. Choosing nutritious meals over fast food, meaningful conversations over superficial chatter, or time in nature over endless scrolling are small shifts that align with a simpler, more intentional life. These choices accumulate, creating a lifestyle that feels lighter and more fulfilling. Simplicity often requires letting go of perfectionism. The pursuit of perfection adds layers of pressure and complexity that are rarely necessary. Embracing imperfection allows you to focus on what's meaningful rather than what's flawless. This mindset reduces stress and fosters acceptance, making room for peace and joy. Nature provides profound lessons in simplicity. Its rhythms and patterns remind us that life doesn't need to be complicated to be fulfilling. Watching a sunset, listening to birdsong, or walking through a forest brings a sense of calm that no amount of material possessions can replicate. Connecting with nature reinforces the idea that simplicity nurtures the soul. Simplicity also enhances your ability to adapt. When life is less cluttered, it's easier to adjust to changes or challenges. There's more flexibility in your schedule, resources, and mindset, making it possible to respond to life's unpredictability with grace. This adaptability reduces stress and fosters resilience. Letting go of societal pressures to do more, have more, or be more is a key aspect of simplicity. Society often equates busyness with success and consumption with happiness, but these pursuits can leave you feeling unfulfilled. By redefining success and happiness on your own terms, you create a life that aligns with your values and brings true contentment. Simplicity doesn't mean giving up ambition or drive. It means channeling those qualities toward what genuinely matters. When you simplify, you focus your energy on pursuits that align with your purpose, making your efforts more impactful and rewarding. This focus enhances your sense of accomplishment and satisfaction. Community plays an important role in simplicity. Sharing resources, skills, or time with others reduces the need for excess while fostering connection. Whether it's borrowing tools, exchanging knowledge, or participating in communal activities, these interactions enrich life without adding unnecessary complexity. Simplicity often reveals what truly brings joy. It's not the latest gadget or a packed schedule, but the quiet moments, heartfelt conversations, and meaningful experiences that linger. By stripping away distractions, you create space for these moments to flourish, deepening your sense of fulfillment. As you embrace simplicity, you may notice a ripple effect in other areas of your life. Clarity in your physical space fosters clarity in your thoughts. Balance in your schedule creates balance in your emotions. This interconnectedness reinforces the power of simplicity to transform not just one aspect of life, but your overall sense of well-being. The journey towards simplicity is deeply personal. It's not about following a specific formula, but about finding what aligns with your unique values and needs. Each step, whether letting go of an unused item, setting a boundary, or pausing to appreciate the moment, brings you closer to a life of greater clarity, peace, and purpose. Simplicity clears the clutter from life, offering a direct path to clarity and calm. But beneath this external and internal decluttering lies a deeper foundation for lasting peace: acceptance. True harmony arises not from changing the world to fit our expectations, but from embracing reality as it is. Acceptance is not about resignation or passivity. It is about recognizing the natural flow of life and finding contentment within it. In this wisdom lies profound peace, a freedom from unnecessary struggle, and a deeper connection to the present. Acceptance begins with acknowledging the nature of change. Life is in constant motion, shaped by cycles of growth, loss, and renewal. Resisting these changes often leads to frustration and disappointment. By accepting impermanence, you allow yourself to flow with life rather than against it. This perspective transforms change from an adversary into a natural rhythm that brings both challenges and opportunities. One of the greatest barriers to acceptance is the attachment to how things should be. These expectations create a gap between reality and perception, leading to dissatisfaction. When you release these rigid ideas, you open yourself to the richness of what is, rather than being confined by what you believe should happen. Letting go of these expectations frees your mind to appreciate life as it unfolds. Self-acceptance is a cornerstone of this practice. Embracing who you are, with all your strengths and imperfections, fosters a deep sense of peace. This doesn't mean settling for less or avoiding growth. It means acknowledging your humanity. When you accept yourself fully, you create a foundation of self-worth that is not dependent on external validation or achievements. Acceptance also extends to others. People will not always behave in ways that align with your preferences or beliefs. Instead of trying to control or change them, recognizing their autonomy brings harmony to relationships. This doesn't mean condoning harmful behavior, but understanding that everyone is on their own path. Compassion grows from this understanding, fostering connections built on respect rather than conflict. The practice of acceptance helps navigate difficult emotions. Anger, sadness, or fear are natural responses to life's challenges. Denying or suppressing these emotions often intensifies them, creating inner turmoil. By accepting and acknowledging these feelings, you allow them to move through you without becoming trapped by them. This process brings clarity and relief, making space for healing and growth. Buddhist teachings emphasize the importance of accepting suffering as a part of life. Pain, loss, and disappointment are inevitable, but they are also opportunities for growth and transformation. When you accept this reality, you reduce the additional suffering that comes from resisting or avoiding it. Acceptance turns hardship into a teacher, guiding you toward resilience and wisdom. Gratitude supports the practice of acceptance by shifting focus from what is missing to what is present. This perspective doesn't erase difficulties, but provides a balance that reduces their emotional weight. Gratitude reminds you that even amidst challenges, there are blessings to be found. This balance fosters a deeper sense of peace and contentment. Acceptance is not about giving up on change. It's about recognizing where your influence ends and letting go of the rest. This practice is rooted in the wisdom of discernment, knowing when to act and when to release. It allows you to focus your energy on what you can control while finding peace in what you cannot. Mindfulness deepens acceptance by grounding you in the present. When you are fully engaged with the now, it becomes easier to accept life as it is. The present moment, free from past regrets or future anxieties, holds a simplicity and clarity that fosters peace. This presence reveals that many struggles arise from resisting the present rather than embracing it. The act of letting go is central to acceptance. Clinging to the past or fearing the future creates unnecessary tension. Releasing these attachments doesn't mean forgetting or ignoring them, but understanding their place and allowing yourself to move forward. Letting go creates space for new possibilities and brings a lightness to your being. Nature offers profound lessons in acceptance. The changing seasons, the flow of rivers, and the cycles of life and death all reflect a harmony that arises from embracing what is. Observing these patterns inspires a deeper understanding of life's impermanence and the peace that comes from aligning with it. Nature's wisdom reminds you that acceptance is not about control, but coexistence. Acceptance also reduces conflict. Many disagreements arise from trying to impose your perspective on others or resist their differing views. By practicing acceptance, you create space for dialogue and understanding. This doesn't mean abandoning your values, but recognizing that others have their own truths. This perspective fosters peaceful resolutions and stronger connections. Developing patience is a key part of acceptance. Life often unfolds in ways that defy immediate understanding. Patience allows you to sit with uncertainty without forcing answers or outcomes. This trust in the process reduces frustration and opens the door to unexpected insights and opportunities. Creativity flourishes in a state of acceptance. When you let go of rigid expectations, you create room for new ideas and approaches to emerge. Acceptance nurtures a sense of curiosity and openness, making it easier to adapt and innovate. This mindset turns challenges into opportunities for exploration and growth. Practicing acceptance strengthens resilience. Life's difficulties feel less overwhelming when approached with an accepting mindset. This doesn't mean avoiding pain or difficulty, but engaging with them from a place of strength and understanding. Resilience grows from this balance, enabling you to navigate life's storms with grace. Forgiveness is another powerful aspect of acceptance. Holding on to resentment or blame creates mental and emotional clutter that blocks peace. Forgiving others and yourself is not about condoning harm, but about freeing yourself from the weight of anger and bitterness. This act of release brings clarity and paves the way for healing. Acceptance transforms your relationship with time. Instead of rushing toward the future or dwelling on the past, you learn to savor the moment. This presence enhances your ability to find joy in the small, everyday experiences that often go unnoticed. It turns ordinary moments into sources of extraordinary peace. Living in harmony with reality doesn't mean abandoning ambition or hope. It means pursuing goals and dreams with an understanding that outcomes may differ from expectations. This flexibility allows you to adapt without losing sight of your purpose. It transforms setbacks into stepping stones, enriching your journey rather than derailing it. Acceptance is a practice, not a destination. It requires patience, self-compassion, and a willingness to return to it again and again. Each moment of acceptance deepens your sense of peace and strengthens your connection to the present. Over time, this practice becomes a way of life, fostering contentment, clarity, and a profound sense of harmony. Acceptance invites harmony by teaching us to embrace reality as it unfolds, but within that embrace lies an even deeper path to joy, kindness, and compassion. When the heart opens to others, the act of giving creates a ripple of love that often returns with greater force. Kindness and compassion are not merely acts of charity or goodwill. They are profound tools that connect, heal, and nurture both the giver and the receiver. Their transformative power lies in their ability to dissolve barriers, bring inner joy, and foster a sense of shared humanity. Kindness begins with a decision to act from love rather than fear. It is rooted in the recognition that every person carries their own struggles, joys, and needs. Extending kindness becomes an acknowledgement of this shared human experience, a way of saying, "I see you and I care." Small gestures, a smile, a thoughtful word, or an act of service can profoundly impact someone's day. These moments also nurture the giver, reinforcing a sense of purpose and connection. Compassion deepens kindness by adding the element of empathy. It is not just about helping others, but understanding their pain and standing with them in solidarity. Compassion creates a bridge of connection that transcends differences and unites people on a deeply human level. When you offer compassion, you remind both yourself and others that they are not alone, fostering a sense of belonging that can bring comfort and hope. Kindness and compassion are not limited to grand acts. They thrive in the ordinary. Holding the door for someone, listening without interrupting, or offering support in small ways builds a foundation of goodwill. These seemingly simple actions have the power to shift perspectives and create an atmosphere of positivity. They also remind us that kindness is not about what we give, but the love and intention behind the act. Practicing kindness begins with self-compassion. It is difficult to pour love into the world if your own well feels dry. Treating yourself with the same care and understanding you offer others fosters inner strength and resilience. Self-compassion is not indulgent but necessary. It allows you to give freely without depleting yourself. When you acknowledge your own worth, you create space to fully appreciate the worth of others. Kindness is contagious. One act of goodwill often inspires others to do the same, creating a ripple effect that spreads far beyond the initial moment. This chain reaction not only benefits the individuals involved, but also fosters a sense of community and connection. When you practice kindness, you contribute to a culture of empathy and care that uplifts everyone. Compassion also reduces judgment. Instead of focusing on others' shortcomings or differences, compassion encourages understanding and acceptance. It shifts the perspective from criticism to curiosity, asking, "What might this person be going through?" This mindset creates a sense of peace by replacing conflict with connection, fostering harmony in relationships and within yourself. Kindness and compassion also foster gratitude. By focusing on how you can contribute to others' well-being, you often gain a deeper appreciation for what you have. This gratitude reinforces a sense of abundance, reducing feelings of lack or comparison. It reminds you that joy comes not from what you possess, but from the connections you nurture and the love you share. Acts of kindness cultivate mindfulness. When you focus on the needs of others, you naturally become more present. This presence deepens your awareness of the moment, turning even small interactions into meaningful experiences. Kindness becomes a practice of being fully engaged with life, enriching both your perspective and your relationships. Compassion softens the edges of difficult emotions. Anger, frustration, or disappointment often lose their intensity when approached with understanding rather than resistance. By extending compassion to those who hurt or challenge you, you transform conflict into an opportunity for growth. This doesn't mean tolerating harm, but choosing to respond from love rather than react from pain. Kindness nurtures resilience. In times of personal difficulty, focusing on others can provide a sense of purpose and direction. Helping someone else often shifts your perspective, reminding you that challenges are a shared human experience and that there is strength in connection. Acts of kindness become a source of healing, not just for others, but for yourself. Compassion also strengthens emotional intelligence. By understanding and responding to the emotions of others, you enhance your ability to navigate your own feelings. This deepens your self-awareness and improves your relationships, creating a cycle of positive energy that sustains both you and those around you. Kindness transforms the way you view success. Instead of measuring achievement by external standards, it shifts the focus to the impact you have on others. This redefinition brings a sense of fulfillment that transcends material gains or recognition. Success becomes about how you contribute to the well-being of the world, fostering a sense of purpose and alignment with your values. Compassion invites forgiveness. Holding on to anger or resentment often weighs heavily on the heart. Compassion allows you to see beyond the hurt to the humanity of those who have wronged you. Forgiveness doesn't excuse harm, but releases its grip on your peace, creating space for healing and growth. This act of release benefits both you and those you forgive, fostering a sense of freedom. Kindness teaches patience. By focusing on the needs and experiences of others, you naturally develop a greater tolerance for differences and challenges. This patience extends to yourself as well, reminding you that growth is a process and that compassion is key in every step of the journey. Patience rooted in kindness creates a calm and steady energy that carries you through life's complexities. Compassion deepens your connection to nature. Recognizing the interdependence of all living beings fosters a sense of care and responsibility for the environment. Acts of kindness toward the natural world, such as conserving resources, planting trees, or simply appreciating its beauty, reinforce your connection to something greater than yourself. This connection nurtures both inner and outer harmony. Kindness creates a sense of abundance. When you focus on giving rather than receiving, you often find that you already have enough. This mindset reduces feelings of scarcity or inadequacy, replacing them with a sense of sufficiency and gratitude. The act of giving becomes its own reward, enriching your life in ways that go beyond material measures. Compassion requires vulnerability. Allowing yourself to truly connect with others' pain or joy means opening your heart. This vulnerability strengthens rather than weakens you, fostering deeper relationships and a greater sense of empathy. It reminds you that being human is not about perfection, but about connection, and in that connection lies profound peace. Kindness and compassion illuminate the shared journey of life. They remind you that every act, no matter how small, contributes to a larger tapestry of love and understanding. By practicing them consistently, you create a life filled with purpose, joy, and a sense of belonging. These acts transform not only the world around you, but also the world within, fostering a profound and lasting sense of inner tranquility. Kindness and compassion bring light into the world, strengthening connections and fostering inner joy. However, these qualities can be tested when faced with toxic relationships, those that drain your energy, disrupt your peace, and cloud your sense of self. Navigating these relationships requires mindfulness and the courage to set clear boundaries. It's not about closing your heart or turning away from compassion, but about protecting your energy so you can continue to live authentically and thrive. Toxic relationships are marked by patterns of manipulation, criticism, or control that leave you feeling diminished. Recognizing these dynamics is the first step toward managing them. Awareness shines a light on behaviors that may have been normalized or overlooked, allowing you to assess how these relationships affect your mental, emotional, and physical well-being. This clarity is essential for making conscious decisions about how to proceed. Mindfulness is a powerful tool in navigating toxic relationships. By staying present, you can observe interactions without being consumed by them. Mindfulness helps you identify patterns, triggers, and emotional responses, giving you the ability to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. This awareness creates a sense of control, even in situations that feel overwhelming. Boundaries are essential for protecting your energy. They are not walls to shut people out, but guidelines that define what is acceptable in your interactions. Setting boundaries requires self-awareness and self-respect. It's about clearly communicating your needs and limits while remaining compassionate toward others. Healthy boundaries foster mutual respect and create space for both parties to grow. Detachment is another important practice when dealing with toxic influences. Detachment doesn't mean indifference. It means separating your sense of self from the behavior of others. This practice allows you to engage with people without being consumed by their negativity or drama. Detachment frees you from the need to control or fix others, enabling you to focus on your own well-being. Learning to say no is a key aspect of boundary setting. For many, this can feel uncomfortable, especially if you fear disappointing others. However, saying no to what drains you is saying yes to what nurtures you. Practicing this skill reinforces your boundaries and strengthens your ability to prioritize your peace over the expectations of others. Self-compassion plays a vital role in navigating toxic relationships. These dynamics often trigger feelings of guilt, self-doubt, or inadequacy. Treating yourself with kindness and understanding allows you to process these emotions without internalizing blame. Self-compassion reminds you that protecting your well-being is not selfish, but necessary for your health and growth. Toxic relationships often thrive on cycles of guilt and manipulation. Recognizing these tactics is essential for breaking free from their grip. Manipulation often relies on exploiting your fears or insecurities, making it important to identify these vulnerabilities and address them with self-awareness. When you understand how manipulation works, you can respond with clarity and confidence rather than being pulled into the cycle. Seeking support from trusted friends, family, or professionals can provide valuable perspective and strength. Sharing your experiences with someone you trust helps you process your emotions and gain insight into the situation. Support systems remind you that you are not alone, offering encouragement and guidance as you navigate challenging dynamics. Practicing detachment also involves releasing the need for approval from toxic individuals. Their validation is often tied to control, making it important to find your sense of worth from within. Reclaiming your confidence and independence diminishes their power over you, creating space for healthier connections. Mindfulness helps you navigate difficult conversations within toxic relationships. Staying grounded allows you to express your needs and boundaries without being drawn into conflict. Listening without absorbing negativity helps you maintain your composure even in heated moments. This presence strengthens your ability to communicate effectively and assertively. Toxic relationships often involve a lack of accountability. Recognizing this dynamic can help you understand that the issues may not stem from you, reducing feelings of self-blame. While you cannot force accountability in others, you can choose how much you engage with their behavior. This choice reinforces your boundaries and protects your peace. Letting go of toxic relationships when necessary is an act of self-care. Ending a relationship can be painful, especially when there are deep connections or shared history. However, releasing what no longer serves you creates space for growth and healing. This process requires courage and support, but it ultimately leads to greater freedom and peace. Forgiveness plays a role in navigating toxic relationships, not as a way to condone harm, but as a means of releasing the emotional burden it carries. Holding on to anger or resentment keeps you tied to the pain, while forgiveness allows you to move forward. Forgiveness is for your benefit, freeing you from the grip of the past. Mindfulness also helps you reflect on the lessons toxic relationships offer. While painful, these experiences often reveal insights about your boundaries, values, and resilience. Embracing these lessons transforms the experience into a source of growth, enabling you to approach future relationships with greater clarity and strength. Practicing gratitude, even amidst toxicity, can help shift your perspective. Gratitude doesn't mean accepting harm, but recognizing the aspects of your life that bring you strength and joy. Focusing on these positives provides a counterbalance to the challenges, reinforcing your sense of hope and possibility. Toxic relationships often test your sense of identity. Mindfulness and self-reflection help you reconnect with who you are outside of these dynamics. Reclaiming your sense of self strengthens your ability to make decisions aligned with your values and needs. This process restores your confidence and empowers you to create healthier connections. Compassion remains important even when navigating toxicity. Understanding that toxic behavior often stems from unresolved pain or insecurity allows you to approach the situation with empathy rather than anger. Compassion doesn't mean tolerating harm, but recognizing the humanity in others while prioritizing your well-being. Healing from toxic relationships is a journey. It requires time, patience, and self-care to process the emotions and rebuild your sense of peace. Engaging in practices like meditation, journaling, or therapy supports this healing, helping you release negativity and move forward with clarity and strength. As you heal, you create space for relationships that uplift and nurture you. By navigating toxic relationships with mindfulness and boundaries, you protect your energy and foster a deeper connection to your authentic self. These practices empower you to approach challenges with clarity and compassion, creating a life filled with healthier, more fulfilling connections. Navigating toxic relationships requires mindfulness and boundaries, but sustaining inner clarity and peace demands a deeper practice. Meditation offers a way to steady the mind, fostering clarity and calm even in the face of life's challenges. Rooted in Buddhist teachings, meditation is not an escape from reality, but a means to fully embrace it. By observing thoughts without attachment and cultivating stillness, meditation opens the door to a profound sense of balance and awareness. Meditation begins with the simple act of sitting and turning inward. In a world full of distractions, this practice can feel unfamiliar at first. However, the beauty of meditation lies in its simplicity. There is no need to perform or achieve, only to be. This stillness creates space for the mind to settle, revealing a deeper clarity that often remains hidden in the rush of daily life. The breath is a foundational anchor in meditation. Focusing on the natural rhythm of your inhale and exhale brings your attention to the present moment, gently pulling you away from the noise of your thoughts. The breath is always with you, steady and constant, offering a grounding presence even when your mind feels restless. By returning to the breath, you cultivate a sense of stability that can extend into all aspects of life. Meditation teaches you to observe your thoughts without judgment. The mind naturally produces a constant stream of thoughts, some helpful, others distracting or overwhelming. Instead of trying to control or suppress these thoughts, meditation invites you to watch them as they arise and pass, like clouds moving across the sky. This practice creates distance between you and your thoughts, reducing their power over your emotions and actions. Detachment is a central principle in Buddhist meditation. It is not about ignoring or denying thoughts and emotions, but about seeing them for what they are, temporary and ever-changing. Detachment allows you to acknowledge these experiences without becoming entangled in them. This perspective fosters a sense of calm, even when the mind is busy or emotions run high. Mindfulness meditation emphasizes being fully present. This practice encourages you to engage with each moment as it comes, whether it is joyful, neutral, or difficult. By paying attention to the sensations, thoughts, and emotions that arise in the present, you develop a deeper connection to yourself and the world around you. Mindfulness transforms ordinary moments into opportunities for insight and peace. Loving-kindness meditation, or metta, focuses on cultivating compassion and goodwill toward yourself and others. This practice begins with extending kind and loving thoughts to yourself, then gradually extending these wishes to loved ones, acquaintances, and even those with whom you have conflicts. Loving kindness meditation dissolves barriers of anger or resentment, replacing them with empathy and understanding. This practice not only nurtures inner calm, but also strengthens your connection to others. Vipassana, or insight meditation, is another transformative practice in Buddhist teachings. It involves observing the nature of reality through the lens of impermanence, suffering, and non-self. Vipassana encourages you to look deeply into your experiences, recognizing the transient and interconnected nature of all things. This understanding brings freedom from attachment, fostering a profound sense of peace and acceptance. Meditation also strengthens focus and concentration. By training the mind to stay with a single point of focus, such as the breath or a mantra, you develop the ability to direct your attention where it is needed. This skill carries into daily life, improving your ability to concentrate on tasks and stay present in conversations. The clarity gained from focused meditation enhances both productivity and relationships. Body scanning is a meditation technique that involves bringing attention to different parts of the body, observing sensations without judgment. This practice deepens your awareness of the physical self and helps release tension held in the body. By reconnecting with physical sensations, body scanning fosters a sense of wholeness and balance, grounding you in the present moment. Walking meditation offers an alternative for those who find stillness challenging. By focusing on the sensation of each step, the rhythm of your movement, and the connection between your feet and the ground, you bring mindfulness into motion. Walking meditation integrates the principles of stillness and awareness into a dynamic practice, making it accessible and engaging. Meditation fosters self-awareness, allowing you to recognize patterns in your thoughts and behaviors. This awareness creates the opportunity for change, helping you break free from habits that no longer serve you. By observing your mind with curiosity and compassion, you gain insights that lead to personal growth and transformation. The benefits of meditation extend beyond mental clarity. Regular practice has been shown to reduce stress, lower blood pressure, and improve sleep. These physical benefits create a positive feedback loop, enhancing your overall well-being and reinforcing the practice of meditation. The integration of mind and body through meditation nurtures a holistic sense of health and balance. Meditation also cultivates resilience. Life's challenges can feel less overwhelming when approached with a calm and focused mind. Meditation teaches you to sit with discomfort, observing it without being consumed by it. This practice builds the strength to navigate difficulties with grace and composure, fostering a sense of inner stability that remains unshaken by external circumstances. Community meditation, or practicing in a group, can deepen your experience. Sharing the practice with others creates a sense of connection and accountability, offering support as you navigate your meditation journey. The collective energy of a group enhances focus and motivation, reminding you that meditation is both a personal and shared experience. The practice of meditation is not about achieving a specific state or outcome. It is a journey of self-discovery and acceptance, where the process itself is the goal. Each session, whether filled with calm or restlessness, contributes to your growth. This perspective removes pressure and allows you to approach meditation with curiosity and openness. Integrating meditation into daily life amplifies its benefits. Even a few minutes of mindful breathing or silent reflection can reset your mind and restore clarity. Finding moments for meditation in your routine, whether during a commute, lunch break, or before bed, creates consistency and strengthens the habit. This integration makes meditation a natural and accessible part of your day. Meditation is a lifelong practice. Its depth unfolds gradually, revealing new insights and layers of understanding over time. Each session builds on the last, deepening your connection to yourself and the world. This journey requires patience and commitment, but the rewards, a calm mind, a clear heart, and a peaceful spirit, are immeasurable. Through meditation, you cultivate not only mental clarity, but also a profound sense of harmony and presence. The practice teaches you to embrace life as it is, grounding you in the moment and freeing you from unnecessary struggles. As your meditation deepens, it becomes a source of strength, guiding you toward a life filled with peace, purpose, and joy. Meditation brings clarity and balance, creating a calm center from which you can navigate life's complexities. From this foundation of inner peace arises another transformative truth. The energy you cultivate within yourself radiates outward, touching those around you in ways both subtle and profound. Positivity is not confined to the self. It creates ripples that extend into your relationships, your community, and beyond. By fostering positivity within, you contribute to a collective atmosphere of hope and connection. Positivity begins with the thoughts you choose to entertain. The mind, like a garden, reflects what is cultivated within it. Nurturing thoughts of gratitude, kindness, and possibility not only elevates your own mood, but also sets the tone for your interactions. Others sense the energy you carry, and positivity becomes an invitation for them to respond in kind. This exchange transforms simple moments, greetings, conversations, shared silences, into opportunities for connection and warmth. Energy is contagious, and positivity holds the power to shift the emotional climate of a space. A smile, a kind word, or a gesture of understanding carries weight far beyond its simplicity. These acts disarm defensiveness, dissolve tension, and create an atmosphere of safety and trust. When you approach others with genuine positivity, you encourage them to let down their guard, fostering openness and collaboration. The ripple effect of positivity begins with self-awareness. Recognizing your own emotional patterns allows you to choose how you show up in the world. It doesn't mean forcing cheerfulness or ignoring challenges, but choosing to respond to difficulties with grace and resilience. This approach inspires others to do the same, demonstrating that positivity is not about denying hardship, but about rising above it. Empathy strengthens the ripple of positivity. By attuning yourself to the needs and feelings of others, you create a sense of belonging and support. Empathy bridges the gap between individuals, reminding us of our shared humanity. When you act with empathy, you cultivate a sense of connection that uplifts both you and those you interact with, creating an ever-widening circle of kindness. Positivity also amplifies when paired with authenticity. Genuine positivity stems from a place of sincerity, not performance. When your actions and words align with your true self, they carry a depth that resonates with others. Authentic positivity encourages others to embrace their own truth, fostering relationships built on trust and mutual respect. The ripple effect of positivity extends to how you handle conflicts and challenges. Approaching disagreements with calmness and a willingness to understand creates a foundation for resolution. Positivity in these moments shifts the focus from blame to collaboration, transforming potential divisions into opportunities for growth. This approach not only strengthens your relationships, but also sets an example for others to follow. Generosity is a powerful amplifier of positivity. Sharing your time, resources, or support without expectation creates a sense of abundance. Acts of generosity ripple outward, inspiring others to pay it forward. This cycle of giving fosters a community rooted in care and connection, where positivity thrives and multiplies. Positivity also influences how you frame your narrative. The stories you tell about yourself and your experiences shape not only your perspective, but also the way others perceive the world. By choosing narratives of resilience, growth, and hope, you encourage those around you to see challenges as opportunities and setbacks as stepping stones. This shift in perspective empowers others to approach life with optimism and courage. Gratitude fuels the ripple effect of positivity. By focusing on what you appreciate, you create a mindset of abundance that inspires others to do the same. Gratitude invites a sense of wonder and connection, reminding us of the richness present in everyday life. Sharing your gratitude, whether through words, actions, or presence, reinforces this mindset, spreading it like a gentle wave. The ripple of positivity often begins with small, consistent actions, holding space for someone to share their thoughts, offering encouragement during a difficult time, or simply acknowledging someone's effort can create profound impact. These moments of presence and care demonstrate that positivity is not about grand gestures, but about showing up with intention and heart. Positivity also transforms how you engage with yourself. The kindness and understanding you extend inward influence the energy you project outward. By cultivating self-compassion, you model the importance of treating oneself with care, inspiring others to do the same. This inner positivity reinforces a cycle where self-love and love for others coexist and strengthen each other. Positivity fosters resilience within groups and communities. When individuals bring hope and determination to shared efforts, the collective energy shifts toward possibility and progress. This dynamic encourages collaboration and innovation, turning challenges into opportunities for collective growth. The ripple effect of positivity becomes a force for transformation, not just for individuals, but for the whole. Positivity also creates space for vulnerability and growth. When you approach others with acceptance and encouragement, you create an environment where they feel safe to be themselves. This openness nurtures trust and deepens connections, allowing for more authentic relationships. In this way, positivity becomes a foundation for mutual empowerment and support. The ripple effect of positivity transcends words and actions. Your presence alone can influence those around you. When you carry yourself with calm, joy, and authenticity, you become a source of stability and inspiration. This energy often resonates with others on a subconscious level, encouraging them to align with the same uplifting frequency. Positivity invites people to dream bigger and aim higher. By celebrating the successes and potential of those around you, you reinforce their confidence and motivation. This encouragement not only helps individuals grow, but also fosters a culture of mutual support, where positivity becomes the norm rather than the exception. Kindness and positivity work hand in hand, creating a feedback loop that strengthens both. The more you give, the more you receive, not in material terms, but in the sense of fulfillment and connection. This reciprocity reinforces the practice of positivity, making it a natural and sustainable part of your life. The ripple effect of positivity also challenges negativity. While it cannot eliminate hardship, it offers a counterbalance that softens its impact. Positivity doesn't ignore difficulties, but provides the strength to face them with grace. This approach inspires others to find their own strength, creating a shared resilience that uplifts the collective spirit. Positivity in leadership transforms teams and organizations. Leading with empathy, encouragement, and integrity sets a tone that others naturally follow. A positive leader creates an environment where individuals feel valued, motivated, and supported, fostering a sense of purpose and belonging that benefits everyone involved. The ripple effect of positivity is not confined by boundaries. Acts of kindness, words of encouragement, and moments of connection often spread far beyond what you can see. A single positive interaction can inspire countless others, creating waves of change that extend into the broader world. By cultivating positivity within yourself, you become a beacon of hope and connection for others. This energy is not finite. It grows as it is shared, creating an ever-expanding ripple of love, kindness, and inspiration. The impact of this positivity, though often unseen, is profound and lasting, shaping not just individual lives, but the world we share. The ripple of positivity extends beyond the self, influencing others and creating a chain of transformation. Yet, as this energy flows outward, life still brings moments that test our inner strength. In these moments, Buddhist teachings offer timeless principles that ground us, enabling us to navigate challenges with calm and resilience. These principles provide a foundation for living in harmony with the world while maintaining peace within, ensuring that external circumstances lose their power to disturb your inner balance. The first principle emphasizes the importance of cultivating awareness. Awareness is the ability to see things clearly as they are, unclouded by judgments, fears, or assumptions. It is the light that illuminates truth and dissolves illusions, allowing you to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. By practicing awareness, you learn to observe the world without becoming entangled in its complexities. This clarity creates space for calm, no matter the chaos that surrounds you. Equanimity is another cornerstone of Buddhist philosophy, teaching you to maintain emotional stability regardless of circumstances. It is not indifference, but a deep understanding that joy and sorrow, success and failure are all part of life's ebb and flow. Equanimity allows you to remain steady, like a mountain unmoved by the winds. By embracing this principle, you develop the strength to face both highs and lows with grace, avoiding extremes that can unbalance the mind and heart. The principle of non-attachment teaches that clinging to people, possessions, or outcomes creates suffering. Letting go does not mean giving up, but releasing the need to control or possess. Non-attachment frees you from the fear of loss and the pain of unmet expectations. This freedom allows you to engage with life fully, appreciating its gifts without being weighed down by the desire to hold on to them. Compassion is a powerful principle that transforms your interactions with the world. By extending kindness and understanding to others, you shift your focus from self-centered concerns to shared humanity. Compassion softens anger, heals wounds, and builds connections that transcend differences. Practicing compassion enriches your inner world, creating a deep reservoir of peace and fulfillment. Mindfulness anchors you in the present moment, reducing the tendency to dwell on past regrets or future anxieties. It teaches you to engage fully with what is happening here and now, fostering a sense of presence and clarity. This principle helps you navigate life's uncertainties with a calm mind and an open heart, ensuring that external pressures do not overwhelm you. Acceptance is a principle that reminds you to embrace reality as it is, rather than as you wish it to be. Resistance to what cannot be changed often leads to unnecessary suffering. Acceptance is not resignation, but a recognition of life's impermanence and unpredictability. This understanding brings peace, allowing you to move forward with courage and adaptability. Gratitude is a practice that shifts your focus from what is lacking to what is abundant. It reminds you to appreciate life's simple joys and the lessons embedded in its challenges. Gratitude creates a mindset of sufficiency, reducing the grip of envy or dissatisfaction. This principle nurtures contentment and resilience, fortifying your spirit against the trials of life. Right speech, a principle rooted in mindfulness, emphasizes the power of words. Speaking with kindness, truth, and intention cultivates harmony in relationships and fosters trust. This practice also involves restraint, avoiding words that harm or deceive. By aligning your speech with your values, you create a ripple of positivity that influences not only others, but also your own sense of integrity and peace. The principle of detachment from ego encourages humility and self-awareness. The ego often drives a need for validation, recognition, or superiority, leading to conflict and dissatisfaction. By detaching from ego-driven desires, you align your actions with purpose rather than pride. This shift fosters genuine connections and a sense of inner freedom, making you less vulnerable to external criticism or praise. Meditation, as a principle and practice, cultivates stillness and self-reflection. It allows you to observe your thoughts and emotions without judgment, creating a space of calm and clarity. Regular meditation strengthens your ability to respond to challenges with equanimity, reducing the influence of external stresses. This inner sanctuary becomes a source of strength that sustains you through life's ups and downs. Patience is an essential principle that teaches the art of enduring difficulties with grace. Life's challenges often test your resolve, but patience allows you to navigate them without frustration or haste. It reminds you that growth and solutions take time, and that each moment, no matter how trying, contributes to your journey. Patience fosters resilience and a sense of trust in the process of life. Generosity embodies the principle of giving without expectation. Sharing your time, resources, or kindness creates a sense of abundance that transcends material possessions. Generosity not only uplifts others, but also enriches your own sense of purpose and connection. It reduces attachment to what you have, reminding you that true wealth lies in what you give. Simplicity, as a principle, encourages you to focus on what truly matters. By reducing excess and distraction, you create space for clarity and peace. Simplicity is not about deprivation, but about intentional living, aligning your actions and possessions with your values. This focus reduces mental clutter and strengthens your ability to remain centered in a complex world. The principle of humility fosters a deep respect for life and others. It reminds you that growth comes not from asserting dominance, but from listening, learning, and collaborating. Humility softens the ego, creating space for connection and understanding. This perspective reduces conflict and fosters harmony, both within and without. Through the lens of Buddhist principles, you learn to approach life with a sense of balance and resilience. Each principle offers tools to navigate challenges, cultivate inner peace, and foster meaningful connections. Together they create a framework for living authentically and harmoniously, ensuring that external circumstances hold no power over your inner tranquility. The wisdom of Buddhist principles shows us how to live with balance, resilience, and harmony, even amidst the complexities of life. But what about the moments when we are alone? Solitude, often misunderstood as loneliness, holds profound power. It is in being alone that we can reconnect with our deepest truths, discover clarity, and cultivate an inner fullness that radiates outward. Living fully while being alone is not about withdrawing from the world, but about embracing the wholeness within. The power of being alone begins with a shift in perspective. Solitude offers a sanctuary where external noise quiets, and the inner voice becomes clearer. In this space, you come to understand that aloneness is not an absence, but a presence, a chance to meet yourself without distractions. It is here that self-awareness flourishes, and you begin to see your thoughts, emotions, and desires with greater clarity. This insight fosters growth, allowing you to align your life more closely with your values and intentions. Being alone creates an opportunity to cultivate independence. Many people rely on external validation or companionship to feel complete, but solitude teaches you that true fulfillment comes from within. By learning to enjoy your own company, you develop a sense of self-sufficiency that empowers you in all areas of life. This independence is not about rejecting others, but about standing firmly in your own identity, unshaken by external influences. Solitude allows you to reconnect with simplicity. Without the distractions of constant interaction or societal demands, you have the freedom to focus on what truly matters. This simplicity brings a sense of calm and clarity, making it easier to prioritize your time and energy. In solitude, you often find that the most meaningful moments are not grand or elaborate, but quiet and reflective. The practice of mindfulness deepens during solitude. When alone, you are more attuned to the present moment, free from the pull of others' expectations or distractions. This presence allows you to fully experience each breath, thought, and sensation. Mindfulness in solitude turns ordinary moments, drinking tea, walking, or watching the sky, into profound experiences of connection and peace. Solitude fosters creativity. Without the noise of external opinions or judgments, your mind is free to explore, dream, and innovate. Many artists, writers, and thinkers have drawn inspiration from periods of solitude, finding that the quiet allows their imagination to flow unhindered. This creative energy is not limited to art, but extends to problem-solving, personal growth, and new perspectives on life. Being alone is also a time to recharge. Social interactions, while enriching, can be draining, especially for those who are sensitive to energy or emotions. Solitude offers a chance to restore balance, refilling your emotional and mental reserves. This renewal makes it easier to re-engage with others from a place of fullness rather than depletion. In solitude, you can confront and process emotions more effectively. When surrounded by others, it is easy to distract yourself or suppress feelings, but alone, you are faced with your true emotional state. This confrontation is not something to fear, but a chance to heal. By sitting with your emotions and exploring their roots, you gain a deeper understanding of yourself and greater emotional resilience. Solitude also helps you strengthen your inner dialogue. The conversations you have with yourself shape your mindset, choices, and sense of self-worth. Being alone allows you to become more aware of this dialogue and to shift it toward positivity and encouragement. This practice builds confidence and fosters a more compassionate relationship with yourself. The ability to be alone strengthens your relationships with others. When you are comfortable in your own company, you approach relationships from a place of wholeness rather than neediness. This independence creates healthier dynamics, where connections are based on mutual respect and shared joy rather than filling voids. Solitude teaches you to value quality over quantity in relationships, focusing on meaningful connections. Solitude encourages self-discovery. Without external distractions, you have the space to explore your passions, interests, and values more deeply. This exploration often leads to revelations about who you are and what you want from life. By knowing yourself more fully, you can make choices that align with your true self, leading to a more authentic and fulfilling life. Time alone offers a chance to reflect on your life's direction. In the quiet, you can assess your goals, habits, and relationships, identifying what serves your growth and what does not. This reflection fosters clarity and helps you make intentional adjustments that bring you closer to your aspirations. Solitude becomes a tool for realignment, ensuring that you are living in harmony with your purpose. The power of solitude extends to spiritual growth. Many spiritual traditions, including Buddhism, emphasize the importance of retreat and silence for deepening one's connection to the divine or the inner self. In solitude, you are more attuned to the subtle energies and truths that often go unnoticed in daily life. This spiritual awakening fosters a sense of unity with the world and a deeper appreciation for existence. Solitude allows you to detach from external influences. In the company of others, it is easy to adopt their perspectives, desires, or fears. Being alone helps you distinguish your own voice from the noise, reclaiming your sense of individuality. This detachment fosters a sense of freedom, where you can make choices based on your inner wisdom rather than external pressures. The experience of solitude teaches you to embrace impermanence. Being alone often brings a heightened awareness of life's fleeting nature, but rather than inducing fear, this awareness inspires gratitude for the present. Solitude reminds you that each moment is a gift, encouraging you to savor life fully, whether in the company of others or in the quiet of your own presence. Living fully while being alone requires a balance of introspection and action. It is not about withdrawing from the world, but engaging with it in a way that honors your individuality and inner needs. By embracing solitude, you create a foundation of strength and clarity that enhances every aspect of your life, allowing you to move through the world with purpose and peace. Embracing solitude unveils layers of ourselves that often remain hidden amid the noise of daily life. In the quiet moments alone, we discover not only the essence of who we are, but also the profound influence our thoughts wield over our reality. As we delve deeper into the silence, a pressing question emerges. How can we harness the power of our minds to shape a life of peace and fulfillment? The mind is a vast landscape, teeming with thoughts that arise and fade like waves in the ocean. These thoughts can be sources of inspiration, but they can also become chains that bind us to patterns of worry, fear, or negativity. Mastering your thoughts is not about controlling every mental impulse, but about understanding and guiding them toward harmony and clarity. Buddhist wisdom offers timeless insights into this inner journey. Central to these teachings is the recognition that thoughts are not fixed realities, but transient phenomena. By observing them without attachment, we begin to see their true nature. This awareness is the first step toward mastery. When you watch your thoughts as an impartial witness, you create space between the thinker and the thought, reducing their grip on your emotions and actions. Mindfulness is a foundational practice in this process. It involves bringing full attention to the present moment, acknowledging thoughts as they arise without judgment. This practice can be cultivated through meditation, where you focus on the breath or bodily sensations. As distractions emerge, gently returning your focus strengthens your ability to remain centered. Over time, mindfulness becomes a natural part of your daily life, allowing you to navigate experiences with greater ease and composure. Understanding the impermanent nature of thoughts is crucial. Just as clouds drift across the sky, thoughts come and go. Clinging to them can lead to unnecessary suffering. By recognizing their fleeting nature, you learn to let go of unhelpful patterns. This doesn't mean ignoring problems, but approaching them with a calm mind, which often reveals solutions that stress and anxiety might obscure. Another aspect of mastering your thoughts is embracing the concept of non-attachment. This principle teaches that suffering arises from clinging to desires and aversions. By releasing the need to label thoughts as good or bad, you allow them to pass without internal conflict. Non-attachment fosters inner peace, enabling you to engage with life more fully and respond to situations with clarity rather than reactivity. The practice of right understanding, or seeing things as they truly are, plays a significant role. It involves examining the origins of your thoughts and the beliefs that underpin them. Questioning long-held assumptions can uncover biases or misconceptions that hinder personal growth. This self-inquiry leads to greater wisdom and the ability to reshape thought patterns in alignment with truth and compassion. Cultivating positive mental states is also essential. While it's important to acknowledge all thoughts, nurturing those rooted in kindness, generosity, and joy enhances your overall well-being. Practices like loving-kindness meditation encourage the development of these qualities. By intentionally focusing on positive attributes, you reinforce neural pathways associated with happiness and reduce the influence of negative thinking. Discipline of the mind is another key element. Just as the body benefits from regular exercise, the mind thrives when trained consistently. Setting aside time each day for meditation or reflection strengthens mental faculties. This discipline enhances concentration, making it easier to direct your thoughts purposefully rather than being swayed by every distraction. Awareness of the senses is part of this training. The mind often reacts to sensory inputs with attraction or aversion, triggering thoughts that can lead to emotional turbulence. By observing these reactions without immediately engaging, you gain control over impulsive responses. This mindful approach reduces stress and prevents the escalation of minor stimuli into major disturbances. Understanding the interconnectedness of thoughts, emotions, and actions is vital. Thoughts influence feelings, which in turn affect behavior. Recognizing this chain allows you to intervene at the thought level to prevent undesirable outcomes. For instance, noticing a thought rooted in fear enables you to address it before it manifests as anxiety or avoidance. The environment also impacts your mental landscape. Surrounding yourself with supportive people and engaging in activities that promote growth can positively influence your thoughts. Conversely, exposure to negativity can reinforce harmful patterns. Being mindful of your surroundings and making conscious choices about what you consume mentally and emotionally supports your journey toward mastery. Patience is an indispensable virtue in this process. Changing mental habits doesn't happen overnight. There will be times of progress and moments of setback. Embracing patience ensures that you remain compassionate with yourself, acknowledging that mastery is a lifelong journey rather than a destination. Letting go of the ego is another significant step. The ego often clings to thoughts that reinforce a sense of identity or superiority. This attachment can lead to conflict and dissatisfaction. By recognizing the ego's role in your thought patterns, you can release the need to defend or elevate yourself artificially. This humility opens the door to genuine understanding and connection with others. Embracing silence enhances your ability to master your thoughts. In silence, distractions fade, and the mind's chatter becomes more apparent. Regular periods of silence, whether through meditation retreats or daily moments of quiet, allow you to observe your thoughts more clearly. This clarity aids in identifying and transforming unhelpful patterns. Breathing techniques can aid in calming the mind. Focusing on the breath anchors you to the present moment and provides a simple tool for regaining composure when thoughts become overwhelming. Techniques like deep diaphragmatic breathing activate the body's relaxation response, reducing stress and promoting mental clarity. Self-compassion is essential throughout this journey. The mind can be a harsh critic, amplifying mistakes or perceived flaws. Practicing self-compassion involves treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a friend. This approach reduces negative self-talk and fosters a more supportive internal dialogue. Mindful engagement in daily activities reinforces mental mastery. Whether eating, walking, or working, bringing full attention to the task at hand minimizes distractions and enhances satisfaction. This practice turns ordinary moments into opportunities for meditation, strengthening your ability to maintain focus amid the demands of life. Understanding the law of cause and effect, or karma, provides insight into how thoughts influence reality. Recognizing that your intentions and mental states contribute to future experiences empowers you to cultivate positive thoughts. This awareness motivates you to be mindful of what you nurture in your mind, knowing it shapes your path ahead. Developing equanimity helps in maintaining balance amid life's fluctuations. Equanimity is the ability to remain steady regardless of external circumstances. By not being overly swayed by pleasure or pain, success or failure, you preserve inner peace. This stability comes from understanding that all experiences are temporary and that clinging to them leads to unnecessary suffering. Engaging with a community of like-minded individuals can support your efforts. Sharing experiences, challenges, and insights provides encouragement and fresh perspectives. Whether through meditation groups, spiritual communities, or friendships, these connections reinforce your commitment and remind you that you are not alone in your journey. Reflecting on impermanence deepens your understanding of thought mastery. Accepting that all things, including thoughts and emotions, are transient reduces attachment and fear. This acceptance frees you to live more fully in the present, appreciating each moment without grasping or aversion. Applying wisdom to discern which thoughts serve your well-being is crucial. Not all thoughts merit attention or action. By cultivating discernment, you learn to focus on those that align with your values and let go of those that do not. This selective engagement conserves mental energy and promotes a more peaceful mind. Embracing compassion toward others arises naturally as you master your thoughts. Understanding your own mind enhances empathy for others' struggles. This compassion fosters harmonious relationships and contributes to a more compassionate world. Balancing effort and surrender is part of the practice. While intentionality is important, forcing the mind can create tension. Allowing thoughts to arise and pass without force cultivates a gentle discipline that is sustainable and effective. Recognizing that thoughts are not the entirety of who you are is liberating. You are the awareness behind the thoughts, capable of observing and directing them. This realization creates a sense of spaciousness and freedom, reducing identification with limiting beliefs. Incorporating ethical conduct supports mental mastery. Living in accordance with principles like honesty, kindness, and integrity reduces internal conflict and guilt. This alignment between actions and values promotes mental peace and clarity. Regular reflection and journaling can aid in understanding thought patterns. Writing down your thoughts provides perspective and helps identify recurring themes. This practice enables you to address underlying issues and celebrate progress. Embracing gratitude shifts the focus from what is lacking to what is abundant. Gratitude fosters positive thinking and reduces tendencies toward envy or dissatisfaction. By acknowledging the good in your life, you cultivate a joyful mind. Accepting responsibility for your thoughts empowers you. Recognizing that you have the ability to influence your mental landscape encourages proactive engagement. This ownership transforms you from a passive recipient to an active creator of your mental state. Seeking guidance from teachers or mentors can provide valuable insights. Those who have walked the path can offer wisdom and support, helping you navigate challenges and deepen your practice. Integrating mindfulness into communication enhances relationships. Being fully present during conversations fosters understanding and reduces misunderstandings. This mindful engagement strengthens connections and contributes to mutual respect. Understanding that setbacks are part of the journey prevents discouragement. Challenges provide opportunities for growth and deeper understanding. Embracing them with a learning mindset turns obstacles into stepping stones. Practicing loving kindness toward yourself and others nurtures a compassionate mind. This practice involves sending wishes of well-being and happiness, dissolving barriers of judgment or resentment. Engaging with nature can support mental clarity. Time spent in natural settings often calms the mind and provides perspective. Nature's rhythms remind us of the interconnectedness of all things and the simplicity of existence. Incorporating playfulness and joy into life balances seriousness. Laughter and enjoyment refresh the mind and prevent rigidity. This lightheartedness fosters creativity and a positive outlook. Embracing humility opens you to continuous learning. Recognizing that there is always more to understand keeps the mind open and receptive. This openness enhances wisdom and reduces the limitations imposed by arrogance. Creating rituals or routines supports consistency in practice. Regular meditation times, mindfulness cues, or reflective practices embed mastery into daily life. Finally, patience and perseverance are vital. Mastery of the mind is an ongoing journey without a final destination. Each moment offers a new opportunity to practice and grow. Embracing this journey with patience ensures that you remain compassionate with yourself, appreciating progress without harsh self-judgment. Through these practices and insights, the secret to mastering your thoughts unfolds as a path of awareness, compassion, and intentionality. It's a journey of returning to the present moment again and again with a gentle and open heart. By cultivating this mastery, you create a foundation of inner peace that not only transforms your own life, but also ripples out to touch the lives of others. Mastering your thoughts lays the foundation for a life of clarity and inner peace. But as the mind becomes more disciplined, there are moments when wisdom is found not in speaking, but in silence. In Buddhist teachings, silence is not simply the absence of words. It is a deliberate and powerful choice. It is an act of mindfulness, restraint, and insight that can transform interactions, diffuse conflict, and protect your peace. Knowing when to remain silent is as vital as knowing when to speak, and it often speaks louder than words ever could. Silence can serve as a shield against impulsive reactions. Words spoken in anger or frustration frequently cause harm, both to others and to yourself. The energy of such moments is turbulent, clouding judgment and making it easy to say things that later bring regret. Restraint in these situations not only prevents harm, but also gives space for emotions to settle. When silence replaces reaction, clarity emerges, allowing you to address challenges with wisdom rather than haste. When faced with someone intent on provoking conflict, silence can disarm. Responding to hostility with calm can diffuse the situation, breaking the cycle of aggression. Silence in this context is not about surrendering or ignoring, but about stepping away from a dynamic that fuels negativity. It signals strength, showing that you are not controlled by external triggers or drawn into unnecessary drama. In moments of uncertainty or incomplete understanding, silence creates an opportunity to listen and learn. Speaking without full awareness often leads to misunderstandings or errors. By choosing to remain silent, you create space to absorb information, ask thoughtful questions, and approach situations with greater insight. This practice strengthens your ability to respond thoughtfully, fostering trust and respect in your interactions. Silence can also protect your energy when faced with gossip or negativity. Participating in harmful conversations perpetuates their impact, drawing you into cycles of judgment or blame. Refusing to engage in such dialogue through silence preserves your inner peace and encourages a shift toward more constructive communication. Your restraint sets a powerful example, often inspiring others to reflect on their words and actions. When others are grieving or experiencing deep emotions, silence can be an act of compassion. Sometimes, the most meaningful support comes not from words, but from presence. Offering silent companionship honors their experience, allowing them to process their feelings without the pressure of responding or explaining. This silence communicates understanding and solidarity in a way that words often cannot. Silence can also be a tool for reflection. When decisions or conflicts arise, rushing to fill the space with words can cloud judgment. Choosing silence allows you to step back, consider all perspectives, and align your response with your values. This practice fosters thoughtful decision-making and prevents impulsive choices that may lead to regret. In the face of criticism or personal attacks, silence demonstrates self-control and confidence. Reacting defensively often escalates the situation, while silence conveys that you are not swayed by external opinions. This restraint protects your dignity and encourages others to reflect on their behavior. By refusing to engage in negativity, you maintain your peace and avoid feeding cycles of conflict. Silence also plays a role in spiritual growth. Buddhist teachings often emphasize the value of solitude and quiet as pathways to deeper understanding. In silence, the mind finds space to settle, revealing truths that are often hidden in the noise of daily life. This practice strengthens your connection to the present moment, fostering a sense of inner clarity and calm that extends into all aspects of life. When others seek validation or attention through boastfulness, silence can offer a gentle mirror. Engaging in competition or comparison often fuels insecurity, while silence shifts the focus away from ego-driven dynamics. This choice encourages humility and reminds others of the value of authentic connection over superficial validation. Silence is equally valuable when you lack the answers or certainty. Pretending to know or speaking without clarity can erode trust and create confusion. Acknowledging what you do not know through silence reflects honesty and humility. It creates space for growth, collaboration, and the pursuit of understanding. The choice to remain silent is not about avoidance, but intentionality. It is a form of mindfulness that ensures your words carry purpose and align with your values. Silence becomes a tool for cultivating wisdom, fostering connection, and protecting your peace. Through this practice, you learn to discern when words are necessary and when silence can speak volumes, creating a life guided by clarity and compassion. The strength found in silence is profound, offering clarity and control in even the most challenging situations. Yet, there are moments when silence alone is not enough, especially when emotions like anger rise within. Anger can feel overwhelming, consuming clarity, and leading to reactions that harm relationships, peace, and even our sense of self. Buddhist teachings illuminate pathways to manage anger, not by suppressing it, but by understanding and transforming it into something constructive and healing. Anger arises from unmet expectations, misunderstandings, or perceived injustices. It often builds quickly, clouding reason and narrowing perspective. The first step in addressing anger is recognizing it without judgment. Labeling the emotion, acknowledging its presence, creates a crucial pause between feeling and reaction. This moment of awareness allows you to choose your response, rather than being controlled by the surge of emotion. Mindfulness serves as a foundation for controlling anger. By grounding yourself in the present moment, you anchor your attention away from the stories anger often creates. The practice of mindfulness encourages observing the physical sensations of anger, such as tension in the body or quickened breath, without feeding the thoughts that amplify it. This detachment reduces the intensity of the emotion and brings clarity to the situation at hand. Buddhist teachings emphasize the power of compassion in neutralizing anger. Viewing the source of your anger through the lens of compassion, whether it is a person, situation, or even yourself, shifts your perspective. Often, anger stems from pain, fear, or misunderstanding. Recognizing this can soften the edges of the emotion, allowing space for empathy to replace hostility. Patience is another essential quality in managing anger. Anger often demands immediate action, but patience provides the strength to resist that impulse. Waiting allows the emotion to subside and reason to return. Patience is not passivity. It is an active choice to respond wisely rather than react impulsively. Practicing patience strengthens your ability to remain steady, even in provoking situations. The principle of non-attachment plays a critical role in reducing anger. Clinging to outcomes, expectations, or a need for control often fuels frustration when things do not go as planned. By embracing impermanence and letting go of rigid attachments, you reduce the triggers that ignite anger. This mindset fosters flexibility and acceptance, enabling you to navigate challenges with a calm and open heart. Understanding the interconnectedness of all things also helps in managing anger. Realizing that every action, word, and event arises from a complex web of causes and conditions can diminish personal blame and resentment. This perspective encourages a sense of shared humanity, reducing the intensity of anger and fostering understanding instead. Breathing techniques are practical tools for controlling anger. When emotions run high, the breath often becomes shallow and rapid, exacerbating tension. Conscious, deep breathing activates the body's relaxation response, calming the nervous system and providing mental clarity. Focusing on your breath creates a natural pause, offering time to reflect before responding. Reflection is a vital practice in transforming anger. After the moment has passed, revisiting the situation with an open and honest mindset helps uncover the deeper causes of the emotion. Was it rooted in fear, insecurity, or unmet needs? Understanding these roots allows you to address the underlying issues, preventing future instances of anger from arising in similar ways. Forgiveness is a transformative practice emphasized in Buddhist teachings. Holding on to anger often harms the one who carries it more than its target. Forgiveness is not about condoning harm, but releasing the burden of resentment. By letting go, you free yourself from the chains of the past, creating space for healing and peace. Meditation on loving kindness or metta directly counters anger. This practice involves directing thoughts of goodwill and love toward yourself, those you care about, and even those who have caused you harm. Repeating phrases of kindness, such as, "May you be happy," "May you be free from suffering," dissolves barriers of animosity and fosters a sense of universal connection. Recognizing the impermanence of anger itself is liberating. Like all emotions, anger rises and falls, passing with time. Clinging to it only prolongs its presence. By allowing anger to flow through without resistance or attachment, you reduce its power and impact. This approach aligns with the natural rhythm of life, promoting balance and harmony. Practicing gratitude is another antidote to anger. Shifting your focus to the aspects of life that bring joy and fulfillment redirects energy away from negativity. Gratitude fosters a sense of abundance and contentment, making it harder for anger to take hold. Regularly reflecting on the things you appreciate creates a mental habit that counters frustration. Building a routine of self-care supports your ability to manage anger. Fatigue, stress, and unmet needs often lower your threshold for irritation. Prioritizing activities that nurture your well-being, adequate rest, nourishing food, movement, and relaxation creates a stable foundation for emotional resilience. A balanced mind and body are less likely to succumb to anger's pull. Setting boundaries is an important aspect of anger management. Allowing others to overstep your limits or tolerating toxic behavior can lead to resentment. Clearly communicating your needs and establishing respectful boundaries prevents situations that trigger anger from arising in the first place. This proactive approach fosters healthier relationships and greater peace of mind. Seeking wisdom from mentors, spiritual teachers, or supportive communities can provide valuable guidance in managing anger. These sources often offer insights, tools, and encouragement tailored to your unique journey. Sharing your experiences with others fosters a sense of connection and reminds you that you are not alone in facing this challenge. Balancing self-discipline with self-compassion ensures sustainable progress in controlling anger. While it is important to hold yourself accountable, harsh self-criticism only deepens frustration. Treating yourself with kindness and understanding allows you to learn from mistakes and continue growing without becoming stuck in guilt or regret. Understanding that anger is a natural human emotion, not a flaw, fosters acceptance. This perspective reduces the shame often associated with anger, enabling you to approach it with curiosity rather than judgment. Viewing anger as a teacher rather than an enemy transforms it into an opportunity for growth and insight. Embracing these teachings and practices, you cultivate a state of mind that remains calm and steady, even in the face of provocation. Controlling anger is not about suppressing emotions, but about transforming them into sources of wisdom and compassion. With patience, mindfulness, and intention, you can navigate life's challenges with a heart that remains open and at peace. Life's journey is full of twists and turns, challenges and triumphs, and through it all, the wisdom of Buddhism offers a timeless guide to stay calm and positive. From the transformative power of mindful breathing to the strength found in silence, from reframing challenges to cultivating gratitude, every lesson carries the potential to reshape not just your inner world, but the lives of those around you. These practices remind us that peace isn't something to be sought outside. It begins within. By embracing compassion, releasing control, and staying present in the moment, you create a foundation of resilience and joy that can weather any storm. The ripple effect of positivity you generate becomes a light for others, proving that calm and positivity are not luxuries. They are choices we can make every day. Now, it's your turn. Share your reflections below. What lesson resonated with you the most? How will you bring these teachings into your life starting today? Let us know in the comments. Your insights could inspire someone else on their journey. If you found this journey meaningful, take a moment to subscribe to the channel. Together, we'll explore more ways to grow, stay grounded, and thrive in life. Your presence here matters, and we can't wait to continue learning with you. Thank you for being part of this community. Let's keep growing, one mindful step at a time.